Bada bing,
Do
bada
you
boom.
have
Yes, ma'am.
any brain cells left after today?
I didn't have any to begin with at this point.
And
But,
now,
Ned is an
Yeah, I'm
orange
still okay.
cat, meaning there was one brain cell,
right?
but there
But
was
I-
one. It was.
But I have a tendency to multiply.
oh my God, honey. I was just on the outskirts looking in, and I'm going, oh my God, how many people I would just, I would have to say something. I would have to say something,
what?
the patience it takes you to get through today was just amazing. Just amazing.
The
And we're
patience of
learning and
everybody
growing
else.
with the ideas as well.
I mean, I understand that the
Hi, I am the noise
having to
opera.
have the village, it keeps you going. I understand that.
Yeah.
Did you notice I have a different hat on now?
I did.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, I don't have that crazy other one hat on. So,
You're just adorable. I have a hat on, but you can't see it.
oh, I trust you.
I can imagine it.
Boo. Okay, I gotta see. I am. Yep, there we go. We are live on Awakened. Yep.
May I say something real quick?
Please.
When I went live this morning, okay, and I clicked the button, click that live button, all of a sudden I had the most beautiful background. Thank you so much. It was gorgeous. I felt like a queen.
Well, you are a queen.
I live in my best life.
You are a queen.
Yeah, it was amazing. I was like, look, look what we've got, Oh, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Was it that one?
God, you
Indigo,
scared her.
don't leave me out there like that. Please. We'll run. We'll
You
run
gave her
everybody
a
off.
little heart attack.
Yeah, crack every screen there is.
Whatever, love. Was that the background though? I don't remember. It's been so long since.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. And I clicked on it and I went, oh my God, that's gorgeous.
Yay.
Which also proves how much to me, that's just my opinion, not anybody else's, just my opinion, how much you do in the background that nobody sees.
Oh, thank you.
Does that make sense?
Thank you for that.
I mean,
I know I look really like I am just a clumsy fool right now, and I promise you I am.
God, I dropped my rocks.
But
that's another reason why we love you.
Right? I am somewhat graceful in my clumsiness that is not graceful.
Yeah.
But
I'm not going to read the chat, so I am not going to wear my... There we go.
There you go. My eyes are hurting. They're killing me.
Yeah. I'm going to wear my headband. Let's see there. And I'm going to be gorgeous. I got my hair in a braid that's on top of my head. And here I am. So, how is it going for you, everybody today? That's what I need to know.
Says she can't go live without me. She can, but I'm just going to let her come on with me at 9. It's
and
9.
So what are you doing, honey?
What am I doing? I'm going through my little box thing to see if I can find my tarot deck.
Okay.
She's lost them. Or they've lost them. Sorry, babe.
I've lost myself. Where did I go?
I do that on a regular basis. It's kind of fun, though. I play hide and seek with myself.
And I forgot that I have a little contingent of mini stuffed owls that I need to make a nest for. Anyways.
Nice.
Witchy stuff.
You could have seen the live that was on just recently. Oh my gosh. You should have seen the live that was on just recently that Ben was on.
Uh-huh.
And other got into it. And him and Ben, I'm amazed and very impressed that they both got into a very deep conversation, and I enjoyed that because their minds worked
Those are
Oh my
fun.
gosh,
quite
yes, I was
similar
about,
when it comes to certain things.
I was glad
Can-
he was
can you
comfortable
see
in the
me?
chat.
Can you see me? Because I took my glasses off. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay. I want to show you what I am looking at. Okay. So just bear with me for just a second. This is what I'm looking at from across the room. Do you
Oh,
Oh my
now
gosh.
that is
Love
awesome.
it.
see that? That's
that
what I'm
velvet?
seeing at from across the room. Now tell me that doesn't put a smile on your face.
That puts a smile on my
Does.
face.
Oh my gosh.
Is that crushed
love
velvet?
that.
Yes.
I love it.
I told you he's a
Suits
costume
him
person.
so much.
So it went with
Oh my
one of his
gosh.
costumes.
I
love it.
love cosplay. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Speaking
does
of,
things a lot
rescue
for
cosplay.
haunted houses and things like that. So he
That's
has a lot
so
of
cool.
That
yeah.
makes so much sense.
Jealous.
For the last probably 10 years. I'm not dogging or anything because he enjoys it so much. I haven't seen him from September till mid-November because he is every night at a haunted house being
Amazing.
being the performer, you
I
know,
love
Yeah.
that.
and
Oh my
he
gosh.
loves it. He just eats it up. He just
Living
eats
the
it up.
dream.
Yes, yes. And
Love that.
yeah, and you have to enjoy life. You have to enjoy life. If it comes your way, enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I plan on doing that some this year.
I'll be there with you.
I know you will.
I'll be there laughing with you.
I know
so-
you will.
Yeah. So, how are you doing though, honey?
Who's that?
You, Ned.
I'm gravy.
Okay. Okay. I heard it.
To
I
my
heard-
potatoes.
I heard it. We'll let that lay. I heard it. I heard it.
I'm just tired. It's been a good long month.
Yeah.
But I'm just tired. I'm just
Yeah. Well, we did the Christmas thing. We didn't do shit. We showed up.
you all did.
We showed up. That's all we did. We showed up. And then there was no time, no rest for the wicked before this came along.
And I must have been way wicked.
At least in a past life or something, huh? Right?
Right? Yes. So
Yeah.
no, I mean, I'm good though. I really am. I am not used to being as limited as far as what I can accomplish and how I can do things. And so I think I've been battling myself on that.
Okay.
And so I think that's been the biggest issue is just, we have limitations. It sucks being the same age as all these old people and realizing that I'm one of these old people.
Hush your mouth, honey.
So, but I mean, other than
got
that,
you
it's
beat.
just,
I got you beat, honey. You could probably be my kid.
well, I think it's how we treated ourselves and all those things that they told us not to do that we regret.
Yes.
I had to prove them wrong.
Oh, if you told me not to do it, I had to try it. I had to try
Right.
it,
I mean,
I'll
who doesn't
kill
enjoy
you.
jumping
I'll
down on
kill
trains
you.
when they're moving and stuff?
What
Who
is
doesn't enjoy
this?
that? Who doesn't enjoy riding on the trunk of a car, the hood of a car while it's driving down the road?
What is this?
I did. This is Words on Stream. Ta-da!
Okay. Okay. So far, I'm lost, but that's okay. Keep going. I'm you know me. I'm game for anything. Right now, you're on my phone, so we're faking the funk here. But
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what this is.
okay,
Audio.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna speak to Other real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on with the audio. So what does that mean, Indigo?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the screen. Oh, just three messages for the new year.
Make sure that my,
Oh,
because I don't know how to do that though.
Yes.
Are they positive?
Yes.
Okay, that's all we care about.
Moving forward fearlessly, trust your intuition, and
yeah, trust your gut feeling.
honoring your true
Your gut feeling is the truth. And what was the other one?
Honoring your true feelings.
Yes.
Which I feel like is the voice of the village.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real.
So, and also the cards are just pretty. They're fairies.
I like fairies. So does the Grand Princess.
I'll take two.
Hang on, let me see if I can momentarily.
I got one right here.
So going through my microphone though.
Okay, there's one that dropped.
I'm not understanding what that means, Indigo.
Oh no,
What
that
you
was
talking about?
that was when we were having issues with
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
that was old messages, but we figured out the stuff for body
Gotcha.
illusion. Yes.
Okay, so we can play.
They're pretty.
Do y'all want to play?
Okay, what are we playing, honey?
All right, I sent a link
play.
into the YouTube on Awakened.
Like,
And then I'm going to go to the village.
Oh,
Okay.
so it'll mix up the letters and we're supposed to come up with words.
Yeah.
Do we put it in the chat or how does it work?
I'm
not
not really
going
sure.
to chat. I'm not going to chat. Every time I go to chat, I lose you guys. So I'm just going to sit
But
here.
see, you're on a different
I'm
device
just
too,
going to
though.
sit
You
here
can just,
Hi, Keon.
and be eye candy.
that's good.
Hi, Lacey
That's
Silver
good.
and Cosmic Christie and Arya.
Lacey and y'all. It is still
Whoever's there, I love you, and I'm glad you're here. Okay, I can't see you, but I am so glad you're here, and I'm so glad that you are part of this beautiful, beautiful thing happening. Okay?
Oh, is this like similar to Jackbox where we go to another website and then we can play?
I think so. I hope so. If some people can kind of click on that link and see, because I didn't have time to vent it. I started downloading something and it took too long to download.
I'm still on my phone. I don't download anything. Like I said, I can't even go to chat without losing you guys.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You can just holler it out with.
Like I said,
holler it out.
I'm just here for comedy relief.
Right. Let's see.
Oh, other Brado his phone over to see if he can.
Right on. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
You almost got.
He's adorable, by the way.
I know.
Say that a little louder. He needs to hear that.
You're real cute.
See there? Told you I'd do it once and I do it right.
There you go. Honka burning love. Let me see. I'm gonna play.
Doesn't that hat just kill you though?
I love it.
Gosh, it just suits the whole look. I mean, if I could have the money to have the style I want, it'd be really weird looking all together, but I'd be happy with it.
Yeah.
I always say I'm somewhere.
As long as you feel good in it, who cares? Right?
My fashion is a mix between like British school child, 2000s emo, and like bits and pieces of steampunk.
Okay.
I'm always like, I would be a dead emo Victorian child. That's like my fashion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody told me I was born 50 years too late. I was supposed to be born at like the turn of the century because I liked, the corsets and the whole 9 yards.
Well, that's a good style, though. I love the 19th century. I think that
I like the style, but I like my modern day freedoms. Like I like to have my own money and vote and say no, I don't want to marry you. Like I'm good with that, but like the fashion. And can we talk about like how boring they made men's fashion after the industrial era? Why? Like men's fashion used to be fun and fancy free, and now it's boring.
Yeah. I miss the men's hats. Men always had the neatest hats.
Hats are the best. Sometimes I used to want to be in the royal family just to wear those crazy hats.
Yes.
I don't want any of the responsibility of being in the royal family, just the clothes.
Just the clothes. Just let me have the closet.
Yeah, just let me have the closet. Then you can disown me. Give me the closet and then disown me. But I'm taking the closet with me.
Right. Okay. What are we doing here? We're just gonna
Find words from mixed letters.
find words from mixed letters, but all I keep seeing is face.
Uh-huh. Use the chat to send the words you find.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Are you doing that?
Reading them 12,
Hang on. Let me see.
Okay.
Step 3. Found a word. Guess again when the padlock opens.
Okay.
Am I guessing it?
Other is reading this to me. Oh, here's a countdown.
I don't have a chat spot.
Okay, so I think that we have to all, if we're going to play it, is this how we do it? Y'all educate me because I don't know. I got keeping.
Oh, I see. Everybody's okay.
How you get in there?
How do you type?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Is it?
Speak. Yeah. Others have an hard time.
K-E-E-N.
K-E-E-N. Ken.
Keen.
Keen. Did you get it in there? Did it work?
No.
Kingpin.
Peeking.
No, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's the same letters we just had.
Ping. P-I-N-G. Pig.
There's
Yeah.
coon.
P-E-E.
Somebody type these words in because I'm not typing in nothing. I am not touching anything.
I don't think you need all the letters. I think it's just as many words as you can come up with these letters. And you get more
Okay.
points maybe, the bigger they are.
How do
Okay.
you type, though? I don't see where you type.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get there.
Yeah. See,
Well,
Indigo's having the same problem.
Misadventures is winning, and Indigo has one in. How did you get it?
Oh, maybe I put it in the
They're
chat.
guessing on their phone instead of in stream chat.
Are you supposed to type in the chat box?
I guess we type in the chat on Awakened.
Oh,
okay. I was doing it
I
right.
didn't believe him.
Okay. He's trying something else. See if we can-
Let's do it
Okay.
again. That wasn't fun.
I think I figured out. Let's do it again. Okay, now that I know the rules. Let's go again.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. I'm going to disappear real quick. I'll be right back.
I understand the directive. The directive has been downloaded. I am not a robot.
I kind of want to be sometime.
Man,
okay, let's see.
If I could just... Oh, sorry. We have to wait for the lock to open. I got too excited.
It's not letting me. So then I got to do it here. This is cool. We don't have to do anything except for just straight up type in chat. Right on.
Okay. Are you typing in chat?
Yep. And Awakened. Lacey, you sound like me.
Are you in Awakened? Other? Are you in? Oh, I understand that, but we'll go to Awakened.
Tip for you calling us lame.
Is he trying to tell us something?
Are you trying to let us know? Okay, so I think I've got this now. Let's do this.
Okay.
I wonder if we typed it in here, if it was going to work. See if we can type it in the StreamYard.
Maxie. I'm sorry.
They called me that once upon a time. Very unfortunate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the cutest boy in school went through my purse when I went to the bathroom, and I wasn't even, and he found those, and that's what they called me for a little bit. So embarrassing.
Yeah. That's not.
Rude.
Yeah,
So
that's not
embarrassing.
good.
Why doesn't he
Ebola.
try having a
Ebola is a necktie.
that?
Ooh, I wouldn't mind seeing Ben and Ebola. That would be cool.
Ebola?
In a boa?
It's not a boa. Ebola.
We got to do it. Rock Ross, hey, you. It's good to see you. It's been a minute. And we got
Sorry,
BJ.
guys.
Synchronizing.
I have to literally. I don't hear really bad.
I'm gonna. We're doing this again.
Okay, because we're gonna figure this out.
We almost got it. We got almost there.
Are you in awakened now, Other?
Yes, but this is so delayed. By the time it's there, they've already got it.
What's his favorite fashion?
Okay. Yeah, see, I'm doing a countdown.
I feel like he suits Victorian a lot.
Okay.
I like the.
Because wait, the lock has to unlock for us to enter the words, correct?
I don't really get. Is it taking us to different levels?
Okay. So what we can do is we can cheat.
No cheating.
You can read because I'm up to date.
It's fine.
Oh, okay, you got it. Okay,
No, but it's okay.
Okay.
I have too many tabs open for this. BJ says, see you in 2 hours.
Catch.
Are you coming on?
I did it a couple times.
Are you going to be going live, BJ's?
I put it in a couple times already. You didn't get in the chat.
Crystal,
Oh
you
my
don't want to play
god,
with
I
us?
can't get the
Why
second.
you go up there? That's
Okay, keep going. Keep going. Come on.
Stretch.
Damn. Didn't go that for me.
I'm looking at it wrecked on that one. I'm sorry. My mind went into the gutter.
Okay.
Listen, no judgment. Same.
Y'all, I owe Echo so big. You guys
Shirt.
don't know. This is a hard one.
Oh, this is fun. This is fun now since I figured out what's going on here.
Hey, I got one, I think. Maybe.
Do ya? Dab it in.
What?
Dab it in, honey.
Is that a word?
It'll tell you if it
You know
is.
what? I feel like I'm so much better at this when my friends need me to play
Wretch
the
is
game
a great
for them
one.
than when I play
Okay.
it for myself.
Ooh, even Cosmic is up here.
I know.
We got
That's what I'm
2
talking about. It's
stars this
something we can all
time.
do.
We got it. 2 stars.
Rock on.
Nice. I just
Text
need
the
like a
yes.
new nervous system. Can someone give me one of those?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
For reals, though. One
think
that
the
doesn't
TV's just really
constantly
far
go
behind,
everywhere and
but-
hurt.
Oh, okay.
Hurry
Oh
back,
my
like-
gosh, guys!
The
I
problem is
saw
I can't
my
touch and do
sister's
this at the
kids
same
this
time
week,
because I
or
can see it.
the weekend,
Like,
the
can't
week
see
of
it, and I
Christmas.
can't read it. It's just so small.
Whoa.
And then
Here
I got home and I was like, why does my hand hurt? And then I looked at my thumb and I bruised it. I was like, how did I do that? Like, I can't even be trusted to like be a
It's
person.
already coming up.
Oh my goodness. See, we're so mean to ourselves.
Well, kids bounce around, so I'm like, maybe I fell and didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I like a disc.
Trunk.
Booyah, booyah,
Trunk.
trunk. Yeah.
Trunk.
Yeah.
Skirt. Skirt.
Skunk.
Got
That's
skirt.
a good one.
I guess I shouldn't guess because I'm not typing anything in it. So,
This is something we all need.
but it's definitely a challenge on this.
They
Oh,
got
that's
other
not,
games too.
that's not
Do-
how you spell that anyway. Okay.
So who's winning at this?
I feel like other is.
Young brains.
For Echo. Echo's good.
Oh, good. Good. I like that challenge. That one's easy. The last bit of it.
Every season, turn, turn, turn. Who goes on next? Let me see.
How about
I
Skunk?
love that song.
Skunk?
Oh my
I know I
god.
do too. Okay, we got Blessed, and I'm pretty sure that.
Why is my brain just like not braining?
Mine isn't. Mine
Come
is
on,
definitely not.
Indigo. You can do this, honey. I have faith in you. Come on, let's do this.
I don't know how many did we get this time.
Okay. Let me zoom in. Oh, I didn't get to see.
9 out of 17.
I feel like I should know a lot more of these words than I do.
Ooh, other restrained. Okay, show off.
Oh, and a magic speaking
I
basis.
told you I didn't get the brains of the family.
If you let fairies into your life, just be prepared for pranks and things vanishing and reappearing in weird places.
If what now?
If you let fairies into your life, I didn't really have a choice. I kind of connected with them magically, and that was it. Well, then I tried to ignore them, and they didn't like that.
They don't like to be ignored.
No, they don't. I walked into a metaphysical shop, and they dropped a book on my head.
Oh my goodness.
The shop owner was scandalized. They were like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "It's not your fault. I ignored them." Like,
right.
Also, you put the
I'm not
book.
seeing anything all of a sudden.
You're not?
Keep going.
No, I didn't type.
Oh, somebody got something.
I can only see words that I've already done.
I know, and that although, I mean, if we've done them once and we know it, it's still, we know the word.
I also wonder if it's taking the Americanized spelling or the British spelling of certain words.
That's good to find out. Well,
I'm getting real quiet here, and there's an issue with this.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Right?
What did we do to get you quiet?
So much.
I guess I could look and see what everybody else has typed. So we've got a
closely, and here's the squirrel in the wheel. The squeaking of the squirrel in the wheel.
Right?
Trying to make my brain work.
We've got a 6-letter word, a 5-letter word, and 2 4-letter words that we can do.
Okay.
Out of these letters.
Yeah.
Good to go. You advanced one.
Okay.
We almost got
This is fun, I think, y'all.
It is. I'm having a great time. Hi, Tiff. Oh my god, I just saw you in the chat.
Tiff.
Yeah, she's been kicking backside. She's been kicking backside. Don't let her kid this. She's been hiding. She's been right up there. She has been right up there. Okay. Ooh. Whoa. That's a lot of vowels.
I guess they don't take places.
I literally can't. My brain just broke. Oh, anagram.
That's okay, honey. That's okay.
I'm gonna get back to what I was doing.
That was a dirty, dirty laugh.
I know. My daughter, my oldest one, she used to hate my laugh. And her laugh kind of used to get on my nerves too, whenever she would get like her real laugh, like this one. And one day we both laughed at the same time. We were in this little bitty Honda. And we both laughed at the same time. It was the exact same pitch, the exact same everything. And we just looked at each other and both our eyes just got great big. And the recognition was like, oh my gosh. We both had the same laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry to tell folks, You know, I'll tell you right now, you do turn into your mother. You do.
That's right.
I just want to
You do.
say that
You-
when people say you'll turn into your mother, I'm like, psych, I'm adopted.
I know, right? That was always a sad thing for me.
Oh, I have
Why
a
you
story.
say
I
that?
have a one time I felt bad because we were
Very
getting.
good.
I was getting in a war with two of my other online friends. Except they made me laugh so hard it triggered my asthma, and then we made our other friend laugh so hard they lost their voice.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I don't like that sound.
That was very mean.
Yeah, that was rude.
We only got 5 out of 19. Badoop.
I'm
was it
thinking that
worse?
we are going to be going another hour.
That's
I'm thinking
okay.
that
That's
we're gonna
okay.
Okay, what is your
still kicking
zodiac
booty.
year? I'm year of the horse.
That
I
was
was the rabbit, I think.
what are we rabbiting?
Pretty sure
No,
it was
what
the rabbit.
zodiac year were you born in? I was born in year of the horse.
I was born
I'm a dog.
the year of the rat. Let me tell you how many times I've said that, how proud I was.
DJ Nico, I hope you're doing well, feeling
Nico!
better, and doing well in
See you.
school.
Bye. Indigo, I'm so glad you can see the chat because I can't see the
yeah.
chat. So, Nico, hi, love.
I always laugh because I'm a Gemini, but my social sign's a water, so nobody expects me to actually be an air sign.
You know what? You know how fitting that is? Because
Bag
guess
it.
who else?
Bag it.
Get French bread.
I can't. Yeah, I'm just
Although, did I spell it wrong?
tube.
I think it goes the U behind the G. I may be wrong.
Well, I got quiet on that one.
I know. I'm trying to type, but also fast.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
And
figure
also,
out this.
I think I bruised my thumb, my left thumb, and it's been bothering me all day because I type at work.
Okay, now we're coming up with excuses why we can't top so fast.
Right?
Here we come with excuses. It's okay.
Oh my god. There we go. I got there in the end.
It's like if they would just change a couple letters, I would have a million words for these.
No, I did that one already.
Do it again if it's not there yet. If it's there before. Yes, stick it in there. All they can do is tell you no.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I put in too many letters. It's like, no, there's not that many B's.
You don't think there's that many B's in English? Oh, teeth. Oh, teat. Oh. Back to those kind of words.
Oh my.
This game is fun.
It's helping me.
Oh god. Just like how Fanny means something completely different in England.
Yes.
Right.
Dune. Isn't there? Is that? No, it's U-N-E.
Oh, you guys, you know what? We're so not being fair to the chat because we've got a delay. So we're seeing these earlier than they are.
Oh, are we? I mean,
yeah, we are.
I don't know if it's if it's like helping me that much.
I don't know. Tiff is not with us, and he's kicking booty. So I don't know.
The old man's making fun of me. Not very nice. Born.
Where's your mind going, honey? Don't answer that. The
In the gutter.
It is getting late. Hey.
The slap happy brain. That's
Guys,
all.
help me keep track of the time too, because I don't want to miss the new year.
It is 8 p.m.
Tiff, you can come on.
Time.
We can have you up here and
Still time.
It's up to you, love. I will send you. In fact, I will just send. Oh my gosh, Kazi. Yes. Hold on. Let me get there.
What?
We got my gal, Kazi. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Baby. Let's
I
get
don't have a voice anymore.
Let's get it.
Happy birthday, dear Cosmic.
We got
Happy
that sound.
birthday to you.
Yeah, that sound just doesn't tickle me.
I know the blah, blah, blah.
You know, positive. I like positive sounds. So,
Oh my
It
gosh.
sounds positive.
Related
It
because
sounds
it was
like
the word in the game. I love corn. The food.
it sounds. I like it in the band.
where did that come from? It's just a statement.
No, it was a word in the game.
Oh,
And then
okay.
I was thinking about how much I love it.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's also is a band, but with a K.
Kazi.
Yeah.
That
I like-
sound, that ooh sounds like
I may not know their songs, but I do know who they exist.
but that sound sounds like surround sound music.
I may have run with
Oh yeah, that does. Or the sound AOL would make when it disconnected because your mom made a phone call at the same time you were downloading music.
right.
You've got mail.
I like that one.
To ask you a question, if you don't mind,
Who?
Christy.
Me?
Can I
Oh,
ask you a question?
yeah,
How are you, honey?
I'm great.
Are
It's
you?
kind of still her birthday.
Are you? I am so glad
Yeah,
to
all
see.
right.
I'm so glad to see you. Okay, you didn't sound convincing, but I'll take it. I'll take it for face value.
Oh, I never sound convincing. I'm working on my lungs. It turns out that we should get back to the game. But it turns out that because I haven't got a voice, that the more I try and speak my voice, the more I cough. So
Okay. Why don't you sit there and look as beautiful as you are, and we'll just enjoy the view. How's that sound?
I'm happy.
I heard that.
Right?
I miss you.
I'm playing it. I'm terrible at this thing. I miss you too. We're getting there.
Yeah, we are.
I got my computer set up on the balcony. It's great.
Do you know what? My kid got a package in the mail, and you're not gonna believe. I'll have to tell you what it is after we get off of here. But yeah, I was a little bit like, "Oh, saying really," because it would have helped earlier.
I'm sorry. It's just even over and over again. My brain is going. Bleh.
Right.
Yeah.
Hence, I need to stay quiet.
Oh, come on. I typed at least 3 words that were there. They were tiny. They were tiny words.
Okay. We
You have
did
to,
better.
like, more than 4 letters.
We did better in the beginning. We're getting the ugly sounds now.
I know. We're gonna try
Okay, folks. Come on, come on, let's get some words. Come on, I know you're out there. I can't see the chat, but I know you guys can do this.
She's like, I know you're there. I can't see you, but I know you exist.
No, you're there. You can do this. I have faith in you. Let's kick booty. Let's get
Booty.
the highest score so far on this one right here. Oh shoot.
I know you can do this. I can't, but I know you can.
And then I just think I've got one, and they moved the letters around. And then I got something I want to do after.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Rock and roll. Come on now. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's do this.
Uh-huh. Let's make this happen. Symmetry.
That's a good one.
I need to stay quiet because I can't type anything in.
Oh my lord! Ow!
You're not playing? Why aren't you playing?
I can't keep up.
Because I can't keep up.
Holy Hannah, BJ's. That's a good one. So is that Indigo. Look at you guys go.
It's 2 or 3.
Let me see what we got here.
Wow.
Look at you guys. Okay. All right, Tiff. All right, Tiff. You got this, honey. You're making it a challenge. I like that. I like that.
I'm that stubborn person that's like, I see the word. Is it taking it?
Try it.
Oh, hey, Roman.
Don't let it stop you.
Unless I'm not
That's
waiting for
that's
the
only
vote
way.
to open, in which case it could just be.
Okay, we're getting the sound again.
That's a good sound. I like that one.
Hey! All right, team.
I wonder if our delay is causing an issue with it taking our answers almost, because
I think
like,
there's definitely a delay.
we were definitely typing the whole time. Yeah.
Look there, Tiff. You are just blowing the doors off of everybody every single time.
There's
It's been
definitely a delay
penalizing
because
Nico Awakens.
What's that?
Been penalizing us.
Tiff isn't on this. Is she still winning though?
Yes, she
And
is.
it should be in you should be in Awaken stream.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll get you the link.
Come on, Ned. What's up with you?
Misha's working in the background.
Come on, Bray. Come on.
I'm trying to keep up in the background.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Look.
You're trying to keep us under control. Is that what it is?
Like that, I would never attempt that one.
Yeah.
I can do six impossible things.
I bet you got the computer in one hand and the whip in the other. It's going to say, okay, stay in line, guys.
There is Awakens channel. That's where you can
got it again. Good for you, honey.
I don't think it's on the village. I don't think.
Nico. Yes. Yes. I think that's the first time I saw your name. I'm zoomed in now. So I'm zoomed in.
Ha, I got one. Finally.
Good for you. Ooh, we're doing good on this one. Come on. Come on. Somebody find a word for it. Somebody find a word for it. Oh, somebody find a word for it.
Got it. We're going to get this down.
Somebody got a word for it.
C. Gus. Guess, yeah.
Wait, that's not. No, there's definitely a U. Hang on. S-E. How the heck do you spell the bird?
There's no L.
Oh.
Seals.
B-I-R-D.
Bird. Bird. I've been thinking of Carol a lot today.
Okay.
Bird.
Okay.
Bird,
Okay.
bird is the word.
Oh, exactly.
Yay!
Bit of
Okay,
noise.
let's see.
Okay, hold on. Is it?
Crispy, she's coming up from behind. She's coming up. She's threatening.
Hold on.
Oh, I am an author now.
What's
I
that?
know we both are.
Yes. Me and Misha are authors.
We're published authors. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
I know. I have
Yes.
to get a copy of the book.
Yes.
It's free today. Here's the link. I can't do that. I don't know. I'm
I'll
a
set it through
terrible.
here just a second. It's actually the QR code. Oh crap! The game's playing though.
Hey guys.
Hi, babes. I'm lost. Where am I at? There we go.
I don't
We got
know.
Tiff in here.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people coming up in here. That I'm loving.
Me.
Hey gang.
I wanted to go for the
Chris.
happy birthday. Tiff, how are you?
I can do it.
Mr. President.
Right.
Happy birthday.
If I could only fit in that dress, I'd be happy.
Okay, do I still get to play?
Yes, you do. Go to the chat on Awakened. That's where you got to enter your answers at. Because I think, are you guys entering it in here on StreamYard?
I'm
No.
doing it on
Go! Get it, baby, get it.
On Awakened.
Chat.
Technically, I think I'm doing it through the StreamYard chat, so there might be an extra delay.
I need more letters.
Oh my god, I need to
Oh,
adult. Where the heck is this?
This
So
looks like a
Nico
word
says,
Hi, Tiff.
for those crazy letters.
Hello everybody.
16 songs and 2 versions each on Suno today. Yes.
Oh, Barbie! Yay! Good to go.
Barbie!
What do I
This is
got?
how I know who's in the chat. Come on, guys.
Oh my god, I adulted.
Nico hit it again.
Oh, Ruse.
All right,
Ruse
I'm
is
gonna
such
need
a
my
good one. I
glasses.
wish I had thought of that.
Oh, Vert.
That's a
Come
good
on, bitch.
one.
You can do better.
Yes.
Can't
Okay.
see.
Let's see.
I think
Let's
there
see.
have to be more than. I think there have to be more than 4 letters.
Ooh. 5 out of 9.
No, I tried the short ones,
We're-
but
Okay, Cosmic. You've
Okay, so
taken
we
the
got,
lead.
yeah.
You've taken the lead over Tiff now.
oh my god, you're so cute, Tiff.
Not for long.
I'm just coming
I know.
back.
Not for very
Hold
much longer.
Thank you, doll.
Indigo, you're
Not
right in there.
for very much
Right in
longer.
there. Stick in there, baby. Get him.
Even
You know how you can
Plainfield
tell how
now.
many letters it is, though? It's just counting on how much there are right here. So, like, there's that many words that are 4-lettered. And then there's, like, 5-letter words, or there's 5 of them. Lifing? Is lifing a word? Or
Look
is it
at
just
you
something I
guys.
don't like?
Bing,
Yeah.
bang, boom. Nice. Ooh,
Good one.
see? Indigo Twin was using it. Her thumb is an excuse, and she's popping up. She's popping quick.
Yeah, but it's really weird because I'm typing in the live chat on YouTube, but looking at the screen
using
in
my
the
phone.
behind the scenes.
If
Oh,
you use it,
is
you
that how
can
spell that one?
Come on, honey.
Yeah, you can, can't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, there
And
you
it's
are.
quicker.
Good
So
for you.
you just go to it and scan the QR code, right?
Oh, Fairline. That's so, yes, scan the QR. It seems to be quicker than typing.
Right on.
Giving away my secrets, but I'm a
I
sharer.
know.
Meow.
The secret. Oh, that's always Elf. Uh-oh. Nobody. Going once, going twice.
I can't. Oh, feelings.
How about elfing? Can you elfing?
Yeah.
That'll
You
work.
can elfing?
Helping all the time.
I think
I'm
I've
elfing every
elfed.
day.
That sounds dirty. So
I'm
Oh,
out
Nick,
right
Take
now.
it how you want.
Oh,
it's because you're so bilingual, honey. You
Where the heck is Ken?
I tried to learn French and Spanish at the same
don't
time.
like-
I
so
do not
many.
recommend. I
We don't like-
do not recommend.
Then just learn Latin.
You learn
I'm
a
like-
little bit when you do like doctory things and
Yeah.
psychology. I almost said when you're psychotic, and then I was like, that's not what I mean to say.
When you're Dr. Psychotic, you got it.
When you're doctor psychotic, you learn a lot of Latin.
I bet you they do.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, they do for Greek and Latin for the things. Yeah.
Yeah, like
All the
medical terms, medication names, even sometimes.
Medical terms, thank you. I was like, those words they use to describe medical things, like words, even.
Yeah, they're like broken down, like each, like 3 little parts of one medical term is like 3 words in one.
That's all words. They're like called letters.
Yes, yes. You're right. Who came up with that?
That's a joke. I'm joking.
You're right, though.
Oh,
That
I
was
got
the
the joke, though.
beginning.
Okay, here we go.
That was
I can't
I
get my
need a
QR
new
thing
neck.
ever to work.
Bruno.
I couldn't get mine to work either.
I hate QR codes. They don't like me.
I'm like one of those old people you were mentioning
There you-
earlier. That,
You
like,
know? It sucks being the same age as those old people.
yeah. I'm interested in that.
Oh, Reno.
I've been there.
I want to go to Reno.
I don't remember
Just to
much.
say I've been to Reno.
That's what happens when you go to Reno.
I wish I didn't. I got
Apparently
married.
it's not a
Oh my
word.
gosh, I'm trying
my
to
gosh,
type,
did you
but I
really?
keep putting in too many letters into each word because my fingers are not
Excuse
working correct.
Rick.
But we're putting words in that it's not picking up. I mean, we're laying words down.
Bruno.
laying them down.
I'm
I
just
just
having
keep
fun
trying
watching
to-
everybody else's words going now.
Very good. That's a good word.
These
I
are
like
good
Crone.
brain
Coffee.
games.
Coffee
I wrote-
should be a word.
That's what happens. You
Coffee
start
is
making
definitely a
up
word.
words.
Fence.
I'm gonna
This is
put
fun.
coffee.
Crooner. Crooner. I can't type right now. But crooner's a word.
Coffee is no word. Apparently. Anyway.
Okay,
Dude,
Nika.
I put corn in 3
Yeah.
times and it didn't
He's
acknowledge
coming
me.
behind.
Rude.
He's
Can
coming
you
I've been
Go for
watching. I've been watching you put corn in. I've seen people put through. I watched people put corn
Here
in.
goes
Indigo
Barbie.
put corn in.
right behind. As you can tell, I
Someone
love
put
horse
cone
racing.
in. I put cone in.
You know what? I think it's cheating. Like it is
7-17,
not
y'all.
taking our words. That or we're all
7-17.
really good and we keep putting in the same words and it's like I'm not counting the same word more than once. Maybe that's it.
That's probably it.
I
And
just think
also,
it's
they tried typing in just an awakened instead of the StreamYard.
All right, Tiff.
it's New Year's Day. It's having its own mood.
Right?
You're right there on it.
It also is going through feelings.
Right? Feelings.
This is annoying. Now it's not letting me type in anything. Don't know why I would have think of that one.
What in the crud?
Everybody's got
Because I'm in the
faith,
daggum village playing instead of in the Awakened like I tell everybody to go to.
Oh, no.
Oh no, girl.
Ah,
You're winning, Misha. You are winning.
I am a winner.
You're the only one playing.
Cosmic is the only one. Okay, go on now.
all those words
I
had.
found it.
Yeah, we have fireworks going off next door.
Yeah, I hear them.
I
Mhm.
am ignoring the fireworks.
We're worried about the fur babes with the fireworks.
I love fireworks.
Yeah,
It's the best
I-
day of the year.
My cat is outside, so he's probably not too happy with it.
I feel like the game is against me.
And Beans is just sleeping through the whole thing.
We've put in a lot of good words, you guys.
Right? We've been feeding it.
Yeah,
I don't know what the problem
I'm
is.
seeing a lot.
I think I found the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 word. Unless you can find another one.
It's 2-8.
No, I think there's just one.
Yeah,
How?
that was a hard
This
one.
game's cheating.
That was fun.
It's not taking all our words. Rude.
It's very, very rude indeed.
Gonna tell my father about this.
Does anybody have a Twitch?
I have a Twitch.
one, but I don't
I do.
stream on it.
Yeah, I have one.
They have a-
I haven't streamed on it yet.
They have a Gardic, which they used to have it on regular internet where you could do it like this. But now you can't.
That's Watson Christie.
Oh, Gartic.
That'd be fun.
Got away with it.
The drawing.
Oh yeah.
I have all the streaming capabilities.
You do?
Yeah.
Let me see.
As I
let me
sit
see.
outside with my $7,000 computer.
Oh, I think we could still just do it. Oh, maybe not. Lame.
Oh no, let's go. Oh, Cooter. Oh,
Pretty sure that one means the same everywhere.
I'm sorry. I
But
did that into
Taco
your
is in
ear.
there.
Taco.
sorry.
Oh my god. I am the streamer and I am
I'm gonna
started.
see if that's rude.
Okay.
It's not a word.
Right on. When y'all are ready,
Yeah.
I got this.
Is it like taking anything I'm putting down? It took one. That's right. You take my word the second time I put it in.
Y'all tell me when we're ready because I got something for us. Cockatoo! Cockatoo!
I used
So
to
they
want a
put-
cockatiel.
Cockatoo! Cockatoo!
How's that for being Australia?
Oh, there's a
That's good.
four-letter.
And you're so warm right now. And I'm
four-letter
so
ones
cold.
we haven't gotten yet.
Super warm.
Taco. Oh, y'all got it.
I think this game is like trying to make me feel like special because it's my birthday.
Yeah, it does
Aw.
make you feel special,
Thanks, game.
but not in a good way.
Thanks, game. I
I
feel special.
literally put that
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Everything
Oh,
makes
it
me feel
blocked that
special.
one. That is not fair. Okay, fine.
What did you do? I'm surprised it didn't block my one.
Technically, it means male rooster.
Yeah.
No. Cockatoo.
Dude, we typed in more than 10 words, but okay. Me fighting the computer.
I punched mine. Okay,
Okay,
I feel like
I can't believe nobody else was going to catch that and laugh at that.
no, I did. I did.
I feel it. Mm.
okay,
it's a
my
whole
phone,
story that one day I'll tell you about.
my phone
we
is
wanna keep playing this?
11%, so I'm gonna go away. But
What?
if you don't mind, I'll come back on Bridge, if you don't mind.
Okay, I
Sounds
just didn't
good.
hear the first part of what you said.
Oh, my phone is down to 11%,
Oh.
and I'm on my phone. So
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I'll go on to Bridge.
We like Bridge.
Okay.
I've wondered why Bridge hadn't come out today.
Yeah, he was out earlier. But yeah, it wasn't. It was the opportunity didn't come out. So let me get him going.
Go ahead.
I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Love
might
you.
have distracted again.
And Christy, happy birthday! Belated happy birthday! Love you. Mwah. And
It's still my birthday in your
Yeah.
country.
yeah, you know I love seeing you. And
I love
now
you.
you're always my favorite. I love you. But
Aw,
So much.
I'll be
Thank
back
you.
soon.
All right,
Hey,
babe.
sweetheart.
see you soon.
It's like all these letters really need to go together in a different way that they're letting us do.
Yeah,
Did you
these
know?
stupid words. Why
Did
can't
you
this-
know Torchwood is an anagram of Doctor Who?
Yes, I did.
I
I love
did
that show
too. It
too.
just
Me too. I started with the classic and also Torchwood. I got to meet Tom Baker. That was cool.
I love Doctor Who. My brother's a big Doctor Who fan. I'm more like
Doctor Who.
I like, you know, the one with the angels that stop moving when you look at them.
Mm-hmm. Blink.
That one there, yeah, that there terrifies me, but I love it. That there is my favorite of all Doctor Who ones.
That whole
That
the
episode.
whole cyclical timeline he had with the ponds and the angels and the cracks in time, so good as a whole overarching storyline too. As a
Yeah,
writer,
that just
I was very upset, and not that they're gonna ever watch this stream, but calling out the BBC. You purposely wrote Jodie bad. She's an excellent actress, and they purposely wrote her shitty scripts because she was the first female doctor. That's my opinion.
Oh, that makes sense.
I haven't got to watch. They BBC don't like females.
You should
I gotta
watch
say,
her,
I just
and
don't.
she was with David Tennant. She was in Broadchurch as one of the supporting actresses,
Okay.
and she's freaking amazing. She's an amazing actress, and they just didn't write her well, didn't write any of her companions well. Like, it's just frustrating.
Well, I
I'm
may
very
put my eye
passionate.
patch on to I may put my eye patch on to watch those things because I don't support the BBC in any way anymore. But I can. I won't. I will watch it in the legal way. But yeah, it's just yeah. I just haven't been able to watch it since David Tennant because I didn't like the way they treated him.
I think they should have let him be Scottish.
They should just let him be Scottish in everything that he is. Just let him be himself, and
Gosh,
unless he
because-
wants to be any other way. And I loved him in that Marvel show that he did.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but the name is escaping my brain right now.
Let me hold on.
It's
Because my brain thinks it's bedtime, but it's definitely not. My sleep schedule got
it's
messed
the
up
one-
on vacation.
I know that it's a Jessica. No, not Jessica.
Oh,
It's a
oh,
woman.
it's in there. It's in my brain. Why can't it come out? Literally my life.
Something. I know. Yeah. I'm trying to get these words too at the same time, but I'm so
Good Omen.
No, it's not Good Omen. It's a
He's
Marvel
excellent
thing.
in that, though. Oh, it's
Oh,
it's
he
the
was
thing,
scary.
the Jessica thing. Let me just Google it. Google is literally right
Yeah.
there. I was like, oh, it's gonna bother me. Jessica Jones. There we go.
Jessica Jones. I love that show, and it handled
Man.
everything about it so well.
Did Nico leave us?
Like, no, I'm right here.
I'm just
Huh?
trying to find where I am.
No, Nico, DJ Nico.
Oh, probably it's like
Nell.
really early for him.
Yeah,
Streamlabs, there we
I
go.
want to
No.
do.
My brain.
Would
has
y'all
There you go.
sometimes not like tonight, but would y'all like to do some Mandelas?
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be fun.
I love Mandelas.
Yeah.
Like, who thought
Good Omens.
that?
I want to see Good Omens too.
You mean like the Mandela effect?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like Mandela himself. Did he die in prison or not?
Did he? What do you remember?
He didn't.
What do you remember?
I
I
remember
do.
that did,
Did you?
but then I also remember
Nah.
that I go back and forth. I have the both memories.
I remember that he
We got
didn't because then he went
Teresa.
on.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. One of our
Hello,
newest
Teresa.
stars.
Hello. I need a new neck.
Goodness.
You're so cute.
I know.
It's like it's really hard to die in prison and then become president or
become president.
prime minister of your
Exactly.
country.
Yeah.
I mean, is it though?
Well, and who thought that the Scarecrow on The Wizard of Oz actually had a pew pew? Y'all remember that?
No.
He did not.
Yes, he did, apparently.
Did
they
that
edit it
movie
out?
again?
Yeah, we're all like things to do next year.
Right?
See what I did there?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
Let's see, where's that?
Oh no, someone did that one already.
Did degree work? Mike, I've got like no ability to see the screen except for the big letters. So, hi everybody's beautiful faces, except for I can't see you.
Go to let's see, how do I have this?
No, I'm actually outside. So
oh, the
it's
light's
just
going
like,
against too, huh?
yeah, I'll show you the.
Oh my
Oh
goodness,
my
look at that.
gosh.
Wow,
Oh,
wow.
beautiful. That's
Show it up a
so
little bit more. Is that like a
pretty.
ring around you? That's
Hang on, I
beautiful.
can go.
Did you guys see what we just
It's the
did?
sky. It's the
Wow,
sky.
that's really
That
pretty.
is beautiful. Those clouds. Do y'all see what we just did? Thanks to Kazi, we just all time traveled. You're welcome. Thank you for that. That is awesome.
Yes, you're in the
Someone
future.
beat me to it.
Welcome to next year. It's doing well.
Wow.
I'd say the year it's pretty good next year.
I didn't know
You're also
Streamlabs
last.
was set up on here. Crazy. You tell that bot that it don't run the show.
We typed in more than 10 words, thank you.
Crazy,
What?
you tell that bot that you can do whatever you want and I will back you.
Hey, hear that bot? We can do whatever we want.
That's right, by golly. Hi, Jenny.
By golly.
By golly. And Janelle, it's great to see
Yeah.
you
Hi,
in here.
Jenny
It's great to
Wing.
see
Hey,
you,
crazy
J1.
girl. Oh, Janelle.
That's
Jesus,
awesome.
How
I need to actually email you again and figure out which art to get from you.
How passive aggressive is Streamlabs? Please refrain. Yeah,
I
you
know,
refrain.
right? I'm
How
like,
about you
no,
refrain?
we don't play that. Brazy, you don't worry about it. You just tell it. You're the boss. You're the boss around here, Brazy.
Well, we'll tell Streamlabs to go F itself. How about that?
Right. Benefit, y'all. Benefit. Somebody type in benefit. I like this. I feel like we could do this more often.
That was me. Thanks, Michelle.
It's me. It's Ernest T.
I did not get that. That was Michelle.
I'm taking this as a
Yeah, let's get
personal
Ben. Let's
affront
not.
that it's not like acknowledging my presence in the game. It's being rude.
I've done that for ages, but I've been. That's been my life, so I've come to terms with the fact the game's not doing it. Game's not acknowledging me? Oh, well.
It's okay. My friends know I'm a real person.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of times I have to double authenticate myself at work now is freaking crazy. I have to like double authenticate to sign into my work laptop, which is already like safe, you know, made safe by my company. And then every login I have to like sign in every 30 minutes and say I'm not a robot. It's exhausting. Like, could you guys maybe increase that to an hour? Could I just like be in here in the system for an hour before you kick me out? Because every 30 minutes is a bit excessive.
I am so tired.
How do I know that I'm not a robot?
It's giving me a complex. It's like I'm
How
never.
How do I know I'm not a robot?
I went on that.
Dude, we typed in more than one word that entire time. I think
it's being
not
mean. Can we change games?
Yes, let's change games.
Yep.
It's being mean.
I might be a robot. How do I know I'm not a robot? I might be lying to this computer.
I've had this.
Janelle's fighting with Streamlabs. Streamlabs, please bite me. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Janelle, please refrain from spamming caps.
Do it.
Fight.
I don't want to get you. I don't know what it's going to do, though. It's kind of scares me. What's it going to do now? I've got to thinking about it.
Janelle gets like an award.
I love Janelle. She's so great. Do you guys watch her art stream? Where she draws pebbles and talks about life. It's really cool. I don't know. Are you still doing pebbles, Janelle, or did you like move on to a different thing?
Can I show you these cards that I got?
Yes. And I want to do this real quick. While you show the cards, I want to do this.
Don't sing me happy birthday again.
That's what I'm doing.
She's like, did you say don't?
You said don't? But I got it.
Hi, Witness. Good to see you. Happy New Year, Witness.
Yes.
I wish we could play karaoke.
We kind of can. You know,
wonderful Wit.
A cover song, as long as it is the exact song.
We'll be around all night. We will be around all night, right, guys?
We're gonna be here all night, all day, party like it's on.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
That's pretty slow.
This seems like ethereal.
Happy
I like
birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
It has my voice.
She's over.
Happy birthday, dear Kazi.
I agree, Barbie. Your TV was out of line. You should be able to say what you want in your own kitchen. Ridiculous.
Yay, happy birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday.
We love you. I don't know if you heard it or not, but I sang in my very horrible voice last night.
Your voice is not horrible. Be nice to yourself.
No. It was yesterday because I didn't have one. It was like.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
like 25, we're not dissing ourselves anymore. Only nice things.
Yeah, I'm not dissing myself. I'm just was like acknowledging reality, and it was
no.
bad
That's
yesterday.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah, it gets you know. But then you just got to get.
Yeah.
Janelle cracks me up. She's spicy.
She's gonna fight all the
I love it.
AIs.
I know she is spicy. I'm like, that's why she needs the pebbles.
No, I am too. So like, once I fix my computer, my intention is to do gaming streams. Except I'll never get monetized because I swear too much.
Well, this is happening right here. This is just. This is not even making sense. Hold on, we got to fix this.
Well, remember, we had to walk through the last one. A lot of us are hands-on learners, right?
Hi, Mischief. Wait, like Mischief.
Mischief? Really?
Mischief.
Hold the show. Hold the show. Really, because I got to find you.
Hoot Nanny. The annual Hoot Nanny.
It's an actual real deal hoot nanny.
It's a real hoedown.
Where
no
is Mischief?
offense. I'm not trying to offend anybody.
She's
It's
actually
just,
in my chat.
doing accents.
Is your chat not streaming too?
No, it is streaming, but it's
I mean,
she's,
to us.
yeah, she's in StreamYard.
Why can't I see? It really
Isn't that
did
where you
delete your
saw her?
messages.
Indigo?
No, I can see her in the
What?
chat.
No, she's there. She's under Brazzy Girl. There might be a delay with the chat, maybe. I don't know. I mean, earlier this year, I had to make Indigo's ghost because I kept getting randomly and I was not blocked because I checked with my other friends whose chats I was not showing up in. Sometimes YouTube just randomly hides people.
Yeah, YouTube is not nice to us. So I got
Sometimes
to
I
save one of the
accidentally hide
comments
people
that you
from
made
myself.
whenever you're fighting with Streamlabs. I'm gonna have to get over there and fight that bot. Mischief, it's so good to see you. Oh my gosh.
Right? Oh, just great.
That
Love
makes me
you.
smile. Tracy, you're being awful quiet over there.
Well, I was trying. The game went too fast for me, so I just figured I'd sit back a little bit and watch all of you crazies go Speedy McGreedy answering the
Gotcha.
questions.
See why I don't go on screen, y'all?
Why
The
don't
Jules
you go on
Collins Band on the BBC.
There's a few reasons why I don't.
Okay.
I do, Brazzy.
For one, just because there's a bunch of people out there, I think, that I wouldn't for a long time go live because I didn't want to go on screen. And I think that I want other people to know that they can do it.
Okay.
Yes, any way you
I
feel
fall over
comfortable
in
doing
public.
your channel is valid. I mean, frick, there's VTubers, people who
Yeah.
get this crazy setup where they use a robot persona. Anything goes.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's no wrong way to stream.
Except for to not.
There is a wrong way to view, which is to be a jerk. No jerks.
Right.
Number one rule of all our chats: if you're mean, you get a boot. My boots are cute, but I'll use them.
I love you.
I don't boot because I always feel like there's always a lesson to be learned,
Yeah.
and I might mute. And
The
they can
only
just watch me in anger.
I do that as a mod as if it's I've been in before where people are opening up and then someone's clearly spamming. Then I'm no, no one needs to see this, especially
Yeah, I
not
mean, it's
if
just
it's a
blatant like
vulnerable
that.
moment.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just, no mean people started out mean, I don't think all the time. I think that something's happened that's caused them to be mean, and maybe we can help them to remember that it doesn't have to be that way.
I have a very different type of channel though. Mine's mostly going to be very angry men.
Yeah.
So if I start booting them, they're just going to be starting then. That's exactly why we're angry in the first place. So I can't start doing that. So, and I haven't even started yet because no one's on my channel. I don't have any angry men yet. So
we have any
I had
mods?
one. I had
Are
one
you
angry man.
expecting
I had one angry man.
Why are you expecting angry men?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
She's
my
talking
channel is
about-
going to my channel is directed. My channel is for. My channel's actually going to be called Cosmic Connections, but the one aspect of it is for helping heal men who have been harmed by women.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's a
by
well-paid
domestic-
channel.
Yeah.
Christy, do
So
you want
it's
to-
basically. Yeah,
you
it's
wanna
basically
react
it's for
away?
it's called Mo Love More Love, and it's for my particular aspect of it is for men who have been harmed by domestic violence perpetrated by women, and they're going to be very angry men. So, and I have to deal with that in a very calm and directed manner.
I'm so excited
And they're gonna be
for
angry.
your channel.
Oh, thank you.
Do you think they're
Yeah.
going to be angry, or do you think that they're going to be wounded?
Wounded, but the first thing that comes with wounding is angry. First thing that comes is anger, and then the hurt comes. So You know, the first thing that comes is anger. Oh my God, I'm angry. And then the hurt comes. The first response is anger, and then the hurt. So.
Yeah, and I think there's a difference between, like, we're talking about a subject that leads to people to feeling angry, but then there's a difference between someone making a comment to make people angry, like in a bad way.
Yeah, exactly. And I have to, and that's what I have to be very careful about, is like, hurt people, and they're going to come at me with hurt, and I have to respond with them with kindness.
Yeah.
Always.
So they respond differently than women. When women have received domestic violence, usually we're not. Well, I was going to say, we're not necessarily always. Anger comes. My assumption is that anger comes later, after feeling almost so wounded and battered and beaten that you're just hurt more than you are angry, because aren't the people that are on the receiving end of violence typically, their hearts are so full and that they absorb.
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
It really depends on the person and the situation. And I find that it really depends on the person. And men really do react differently to women.
Yeah.
And I'm not a professional, and I'm only coming at this to bring the conversations. I'm coming at it to bring the conversation so people start talking about it, because no one's really talking about it. And like, I find that the people who really don't want to talk about it the most are women, which is really, I'm talking about here with a bunch of women. So we're obviously really willing to talk about it, but the ones who don't want to talk about it are perpetrators. So, which is my mother. And also a lot of victims of men are really victims who are men are struggling to talk about it because they've come up against so many blocks and they're not believed. There's no help. They get laughed at and thought of as weak, and then they don't want to talk about it anymore. And so that's my struggle, is trying to make it a bit easier to talk about and a bit more help out there, and trying to find the services. And my biggest block is that I believe anybody. Someone come up to me and says I'm a victim, I'll be like, oh, okay, you're a victim. And then I find out and dig down a little bit more, and then I'll be like, oh, actually, you might actually have contributed to some of the circumstances. Yeah, you're a victim, but then you've also contributed to the other person being a victim too. So my biggest struggle is that I am not someone who can take on the victims. I need to make the conversations and help governments create services. But as a victim, you can come to me and I will believe you, but you're likely to hurt me.
I've dated two partners, male partners, who were victims of like family-oriented CSA, and it's so true. Like, I feel like there's this stigma also that like men can't be abused by women.
Yeah,
and
especially
so
like in the Bible Belt, it's bad.
And like,
I was going to say, is that prevalent in certain areas? I mean, I'm in the Northeast and in New England, and maybe because I've been involved in this for a while, from my perspective, and some of the people that I have encountered, very few men, but there have been some men, and they do find it very difficult to talk about. So Cosmic, I'm really interested in, maybe this isn't the right place and time, but to figure out how you meet them. How do you engage with them? How do they find you? And how do you get to generate those conversations?
I'm very talky. I'll talk to anyone about anything. I'm finding them on Snapchat, and I'm just like, they'll send me a inappropriate picture, and I'll be like, so
let's talk about it.
Yeah, and I'll be like, so you're willing to talk, you're willing to have an inappropriate conversation. I'm willing to have an uncomfortable conversation, and that's me testing the waters, and then we'll have an inappropriate conversation, and they'll block me. But that's me testing the waters and starting to have inappropriate conversations with people.
And
but,
I think you have to just keep doing that, right? Because men don't open up as much as women.
And any time is the right time to have a conversation if we can have it in a positive and healthy, respectful way. Because if we are always worried about it not being the right time, then it's never going to be the right time. And we've got to start getting that taboo away.
Very
on
much.
everything.
Honestly, if they're willing to send me what accounts to a sexual assault picture, I'm willing to talk to them about domestic violence. So that's not how I'm going to go about it. It's only my first month. I've been doing it for 31 days.
I gotcha.
But
if we have any mods
in general, what I would like to do is I'm going to do a survey and I'm going to use my ChatGPT and all that sort of stuff and come up with a more gentle way of coming about. Have you experienced it? 1 in 16 Australians, men who admit to it is much, much higher.
Are you
it's more like 1 in 7 men that or it might be different, but I feel like for the people that do speak out, there's an equal amount that haven't. And I feel 100%. Like, especially for men, because I feel so like, I don't know the word, like, bad for them, because I feel like when you come up against genuine people like Cosmic or like other people in our community that want to help, it can be like so easy to distrust that, because usually, like, I know when I had my issue with my abusive ex and the assault and left, and people like would invite me to events and ask how I was, I would just be like really brutally upfront. I'm like, I've been living with my parents for 2 months because my ex essayed me, and it sucks, but I'm at your bonfire because I don't want to be at home by myself. But like,
and
as
people
a
don't know
woman,
how to
if I
take that.
they didn't. But
why shouldn't we be honest? Why shouldn't we be honest?
And when people would react, and I'd be like, listen, I'm not expecting you to have any words of comfort or advice or even know what to say, but
I'm just telling you how I'm going.
But you asked how I'm going, and it's not well.
Wow.
Because I went through an entire 3 years saying, I'm fine,
right.
I'm fine. And halfway through that, I wasn't fine in a very bad way. And I survived that. But for men, it's also even more crushing, because I feel like they're not allowed to even cry. Like, from a young age.
They're not allowed to. Yeah, they just got to keep going through it. But see, I figure I keep getting hurt by men, and I figure, how am I going to stop this? And this may be kind of selfish of me, but I figure if I can't stop them hurting me, maybe I can stop their hurt by helping their hurt, and I can stop this at the past by stopping them being hurt.
Yeah.
And stop the violence against men. This is a selfish act. I'm being selfish. If I can't stop them hurting me, maybe I can stop them being hurt. So this is entirely selfish in some ways. And also it's selfish in that I'm going to stop my son being hurt. I'm going to stop my daughter from thinking that it's okay for her to hurt men. I'm going to stop my mother from thinking that what she's done to my stepfather was entirely okay. And she's out there living her life thinking like, oh no, I'm out there thinking that what I've done to this entirely awesome person, and she thinks what she's done is okay, and she's out there. And I suffered. Like, I wrote that chapter in a book, and it almost put me in hospital. And and she rang me when I was in hospital, and she laughed.
Mm-hmm.
She laughed, and she just.
That's
and I'm
what
out
hurt.
here.
Yeah,
that's what hurt.
She didn't get it. She didn't get it at all.
She didn't get it. I mean, parents are funny. So some parents are really open to hearing where they've made mistakes, and there are others that are in pure denial. There's, and I adore and love my father, but my father still talks to the man that violently hurt me. It was a buddy of his, and he thinks that I misunderstood the experience. I'm like, no, I did not understand that. I did not misunderstand, and I can give you a play-by-play, but the point for me, it's I can't change that generational thinking in his mind, but it is a very taboo subject. And I think that there are different generations of men and their and women. So this is, I'm going to change that verbiage, because there's different generations. If you've grown up in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, I'll throw the 70s in there, versus 80s, 90s, 2000 and onward, because we've evolved in conversations about what is appropriate and inappropriate. Doesn't mean that it's not happening, but we can have those conversations now, right? And if you say to someone, well, I'm a little uncomfortable about where this is going, they can still choose to behave the way they're going to behave. But if you said that to somebody from the 50s or the 60s or the 70s, they're like, hey, you're a cool chick. You're a good broad or whatever. There's a different language. There's a different expectation. There's a different assumption. Thank you, Body Illusion, for nodding your head with me, because maybe we're a little bit older than some people. But, then you have people that are in the 80s and 90s, and it was very prevalent and started to come out more in conversations about women and domestic violence. It's not as
I'm glad that men are becoming more free about speaking out.
100%.
Because they've been hiding. They've been, they get ostracized. And there's other right there, and I didn't know about it. And to this day, I feel guilty that I wasn't, but that's my son, by the way, Teresa. That's my
yeah. Well, I saw him earlier with you, so I know.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
and I really,
but he is strong enough to speak up, and for me, for him to speak up is a beautiful thing. It's terrible that something like that happened to him, but it shows others. You can speak up as well.
100%.
Don't be scared.
And I think
don't let the macho keep you hid.
Right. And I think at least the experience in conversation with some men that I've had, and other can actually maybe jump in. When a man talks about it, to me, he's more masculine and more manly and more almost heroic's a little dramatic, but we've and I think women have done this as well. We categorize men as in the old days, it was John Wayne, it was this silent, sort of brooding, tough guy.
Right.
In reality, that was just an actor and just a character. And in real life, how much of that, men might put that facade on that they're, they can take anything. And when they demonstrate that they have some wounds and that they've been hurt, it doesn't, my eyes, it doesn't make them weaker. I'm like, holy shit, what an intuitive person. And wouldn't it be great if there was a place for that and for men to go and have these discussions? And so if Cosmic's creating that, that's amazing.
Yes,
change right now with what we're doing, and I am so proud.
It is
so proud.
It is a space that needs to be filled. But I don't want to be ugly. But also, it also has to do with culture.
100%.
How I mean, you do not cry when you're a kid. When you're a boy, you do not cry. You do not suffer. You do not. You stand and you take it like a man. You're 5 years old, and you say you take it like a man.
Man.
You know.
Can I add something to that?
Please do.
Go ahead, Tiff.
Add anything, Tiff.
Something
The
I wanted.
winner of the game. We won't talk about that.
We will talk about those glasses, though. Love them.
Thank you. Something I do want to say about abuse and about, especially about child, per se, and things like that. And I've had experience with that in my own family. And it isn't always bad. It's not always traumatic. It's not, in my example, it was like a game. And it was just a simple game that was played, and it was thought to be fun, and this is the way we played it. And it wasn't necessarily painful. It wasn't necessarily unenjoyable. And I'm talking about 9 and 10-year-old boys. So yeah. So I just wanted to interject that because it's
every perspective matters. Every perspective matters.
The only thing that I was going to say is it doesn't become traumatic until you recognize later in time.
Right. Yeah.
Because
exactly.
You're right. There are lots of situations where your favorite uncle or auntie is crossing a boundary, but it's all fun and games and it doesn't really hurt you.
Right.
But there are some instances where it doesn't feel right, even if it's not hurting you and you don't understand it, can't comprehend it. So I think every situation is definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that can be it's very confusing no matter what the situation.
Of course.
Yes, it is.
Well, how many times has
especially on a little brain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little brain, but even as an adult or a semi-adult, I mean, how many times, this
Can I just interject?
Oh yeah.
You've got to wonder. Okay, so it wasn't traumatic, but you got to wonder where that kid learned it from, where that kid learned. Okay, so
I know. Yeah.
There is like natural.
Good question.
There is natural learning, natural stuff that's natural and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
but
where do they get these ideas to become this person?
That is, and in my case, I can see because it was familial, right? So I could see where that perpetrator, unfortunately, he did learn it through his life.
Yeah.
But
also you've got to take
so
things
was
into context.
Normal for him, Tiff? Was that considered the norm for his life?
I think so. Yeah. I think that eventually, it became just what was. I think that he was
just the way it is.
Yeah, I think he was in an over-sexualized, or he had exposure to a lot of over-sexualization with his mom, maybe having doing things in the same room.
You said complete,
But then he ended up going into foster care, and then those things just were unfortunately continually happening. And so it was a learned behavior.
That's true. Anyway, I'm sorry.
But there's certain things, like say when you take it into context, there's certain things where when I say with my cousins, there's certain things that were what I would say were normalized, but then you say, because I didn't have that sort of experience, I could say, because I didn't, but there were certain things I could say that with my cousins were normal, I would say, normal experimental type behaviors, but then there were certain things I could say other children could have were completely not normal type experiences that were, that not normal. So that there's sort of things that you could say you have to, I don't even know. that you'd
I
have
think
to.
there's that the tracing back to how
What it
people
makes you feel.
like made sex a taboo. I think if there was a timeline we lived in where we just talked about like urges and how to deal with them and made it less of a taboo topic,
Right.
I
agree.
think people
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
be brought into situations where they would be like unaware of like over sexualization. Because like I just watched an interview on Shalisa's channel with a
Oh, yeah.
woman, the woman who's the daughter of the woman who wrote the book for the Children of God cult.
Yep.
And she was saying like, my mom was not raised in a life where she would have even thought of doing what she did once she entered the cult, right?
Right.
But then she was born into it and kind of dragged through that whole messed up thing. So I think if we kind of like look at that as a basis for why or how certain behaviors get demonized, I feel like if we weren't so hard on people for being sexual in general, we're like, okay, that's, I hate the word normal. I'll say typical. Like, I think figuring yourself out is pretty typical. Like, who do you think is sexy? Like, how do you feel good, right? But it's like you can't really talk about that with people. And so I think having that thing of taboo where it's like, okay, then how do I know if this person who's willing to talk to me is typical or atypical? Like, should I be scared of them because they're willing to talk about it? So I think there's like layers.
I think, well, that's 100%. There are layers to this discussion. There are issues as children and as adults and in between, because you have a cult example, and I'm fascinated by cults, and Shalise is a great channel. If anybody's ever not watched Cults to Consciousness, she's amazing. But part of the problem with cults, right, is when you're a second or a third generation, they make it normal for inappropriate behaviors with children. And you don't know if it's right or wrong. You're only going by your own internal sense of something doesn't feel right to me. Typically,
it becomes the norm.
And it becomes
the norm.
The grooming
and you don't
of a
know, children, they are raised to follow the adults in their lives, and adults are their heroes. So I think that's a whole different kind of a conversation than what I'm hearing from Cosmic, because, oh, you're on mute, Cosmic.
For some children, adults have never been their heroes.
I'm sorry, say that again, love.
For some children, adults have never been their heroes.
Understood, 100%. There are more children than not whose adults have not been their heroes. Yeah. But Indigo was sort of talking about, if you're raised in certain traditions, if you're raised in certain generations, if you're, depending on how and when you're raised in the time period in which you're raised. I was raised in a Catholic church family. You had to respect every adult. There was no exception to that rule. There was no warning that danger, Will Rogers, some of these adults may not be safe.
And look at how dangerous a thing that is, and how many children have been hurt by that.
I think for most children, if you don't obey your adult, you're going to get punished.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
At least that's the way you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to look at the fact that there's much grooming going on for children.
100%.
And they will take forever, whatever it takes to get their goal.
They will.
Whatever their goal is.
As humans who want to defend our children need to start becoming more aware and more observant to this, and less taboo and more available to talk this discussion, and to explain that as a child, them not having a say in what is going on in their lives absolutely cannot be something that we consider whether or not it's okay or not. If it is something that is shown to a child, it should not be introduced to them before they can make the decision. They should be able to be at the age where they can decide for themselves before somebody else takes it upon themselves. Because in my opinion, and this is just me, abuse most generally is about power and control.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And we are giving control to our children to people because we don't know how to act in society. And we've got to stop that. We're actually going to be talking about this in a little bit, in a couple more hours. I watched last night Laura FM, and Liz was on there, and help me, Serge, was it Serge?
Oh, sure.
Serge Del Mar.
Serge Del Mar, yeah.
I have never, because whenever we got introduced to that particular community, there was so much at play that was trying to keep us separated. And I didn't want to go there because I didn't understand. And I was afraid that I was going to go down a giant rabbit hole and not be able to come back out for a little bit, because I knew that once I heard about it, I was going to be, because I cannot stand injustice. And to be honest, I tried to learn a little bit. I just didn't get to a point where I could learn what I needed to, and everything kind of blew up. Last night, by something happening, divine intervention, I don't know, but last night I saw this live. And what they said, my God, how anybody can sit and know that this is going on and put their head in the sand and not do something. We have to stand up for children.
Well, what gets me is how strong these people are to speak up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how much courage it takes to say straight up, this happened to me and this was wrong.
And not
you
only
know,
that,
I mean,
like,
the courage it takes to even do that, you know?
And on top of it, to be a survivor of an ongoing cult with insane targeting tactics, like, hands down, and in my opinion, there was an op. I don't know if it was OSA. I don't know if whatever, but I think people came in, stirred things up between sides of communities that were supporting each other for the sole purpose of distracting and trying to break the community. And it's sad because the reason I got it, well, I thought that Scientology was just going to be another year-long cult obsession, and then I'd be gone and I'd be on to the next obsessive topic. And then I saw Liz talk about how she thought her dad was literally dead. They literally told her for years that he was dead, and she saw him.
Liz Ferris, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I thought, oh man, if someone effed with me like that about my dad, I would be pissed off.
Yeah.
And then Laura FM, remember that big party they had? Her dad didn't even acknowledge her as he walked by.
That broke my heart.
That broke my heart. Where she said that she didn't realize
she was screaming.
Well, she didn't realize
brainwashing.
There's that moment where she's talking to him just like he's another guy, and then she realizes it's him. Like, she didn't recognize him at first.
No, yeah. And then she was just screaming and screaming. That just
and
broke
just
my
like
heart.
the power
And
of
all she kept saying was, I love you. I love you.
I
love you.
Just screaming
and just trying to get to that piece of the heart that still may be there. You know, I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. You know, and my heart just broke for her.
Like,
I'm going to interrupt for just a second because I've got to get out of here for just a minute. And also,
you can't leave me.
Teresa, love, this is supposed to be your show. So I also want to.
This is great. No.
This is
I can go.
Well, come on, Teresa. Let's see it. Come on.
only reason why I volunteered is it was an empty space. So this is a
I
great
just didn't want to take away without having you to have that decision.
But I also wanted to say,
but I need to get off of here for a minute.
Okay.
Well, then, Cosmic, we have an empty chair. We completely run her off.
I wanted to suggest
maybe she'll
something
take
to
maybe
Ned
she'll take a nap.
real quick. Yeah, I know. But
Poor
since
Ned.
you were saying that you were interested in, and I should have mentioned it last night, but Laura FM, she did a great series of, I don't know if it's like 11 shows, and she has books from like her childhood. She explains things. So like, I really enjoy her. She's one of my faves. And so watching that little series, and you get a lot of information.
So Tiff, are you talking about Liz Gale or Laura FM?
Laura FM.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, is she a Spitfire or what?
Can we just say like
she is? But she
is such a Spitfire.
And she sits in her spot. And this was really before she was protesting. It was kind of like when she was first coming onto YouTube. And she did like an 11-part series where she just books or pictures, because they don't have a lot of pictures. But she is somebody that has brought her books with her.
Right.
And so she talks a lot about how she grew up, what the expectations were. She also has different conversations with like Mike Brown, who's another Scientologist.
I was just gonna say, her and Mike Brown, they have that differences.
Yes, but they talk it out.
They work through it. Yes. I love Mike Brown. I think he's one of the neatest,
could just be
most levelest men for what he's gone through.
For those who know what a
relaxing,
phone
right?
book is, like, oh my gosh, like he was talking. I watched the interview he did with his mom.
Oh my God! Is Rosemary the cutest thing in the whole wide world?
I'm so glad we got her
She's
back.
adorable.
Yes.
But I wanted to say,
I just want to reach over and hug her.
That's a perfect example to almost lead back to what Cosmic was talking about earlier, which is, think about Rosemary Brown. This was an everyday kind of woman. As an adult, through her husband, she joined a cult. And she didn't have enough of a voice to say, is there a Crystal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, Crystal Phoenix Rising just came to say.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
But, what? Did I miss something?
She's the one.
Ned, go rest if you need to.
Okay.
You can see we're gonna have a hen party here with you here or not.
Hey, y'all better clean up. That's all I got to say.
There's no dead air here, girl.
Clean up. Don't leave no messes. No cups on the floor. Just wait a little bit before you leave out. And
now you're asking too much. Now you're asking too much.
I love you guys. I will be back on here in just a little bit. I just want to kind of touch base with people. And
catch your breath.
I love y'all.
Take a deep breath and get your feet back on the ground. I love you.
So going back just a second, here's this woman who surrendered her child and did not defend her child and was not a resource for her child, not for any reason other than she was so influenced by other voices. And, you know, it's amazing.
She thought she was doing the best. Because of what was being told to her.
So that's the influence of cults. That's one thing. And I'm not going to speak for you, Cosmic, Christy. But when we're talking about the pattern of men and how they have been wounded or mistreated, right? And then how they then turn that back onto the person that they're involved with and their behaviors and hurting maybe the person that they love, maybe not. Maybe it's just that they want to hurt as many women to get even with however they felt they were being treated in their life.
Right.
I think there's a difference between what influences were in your life, because there are parents that quite frankly shouldn't be parents, that they should not have had children. Now I say that well, let me finish.
Witness that.
What are you trying to say, lady?
No, let me finish. So, but the But the blessing of that is that the person that they created exists. Now, I'm not one of those children. I had parents that, were decent, but we're talking about people that were not decent to their children, right?
Right.
That it's one thing to be a flawed human and raise children. My parents were flawed humans, but their intention was not to mistreat. And I think there's a lot of parents that do the very best they can with the tools that they have. And then you have other people.
You can definitely tell the difference between
and you can tell the difference that there are parents that are cruel. They're cruel, and they invoke or evoke, I think it's invoke the punishment on children because it brings them some kind of sick satisfaction, whatever that is.
Some kind of odd pleasure. Yes.
I had both.
Sometimes we had both. That's what it's sounding like.
But it's back to what we said before. It's the power.
But can I ask you guys, if you, like, a real question, do you think that like, thinking of that, do you think that can come from generational trauma?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
I've been delving into that in my many layers of therapy.
Yeah.
Sorry, trigger warning, I might laugh at inappropriate things because trauma's great.
Yeah.
And also joke about it, because if I don't joke, I don't cope. But with my I'm gonna try to make a long story short. So my birth mother had her schizophrenia happen in the 50s and 60s, I want to say, because my first siblings were born in the 80s.
That would have been awful.
And she, her first husband was also mentally unwell and abusive. She had 2 kids with him, tried to leave him, and then the state was like, well, you're not safe for your children. And it's like, no shit, she was going through psychosis. She was being abused and trying to leave, and the state was just like, all right, well, we're just gonna take your kids. And then she meets my dad eventually. So I have 3 older half siblings and my birth sister, who's 18 months older than me, all out with different families, except I got adopted by my biological aunt. So that trauma of like my birth mother and our grandmother, who also had a miscarriage with my grandfather and then went on to have 6 more kids, like trickled down, so that by the time I was with my bad ex and I was like repeating a pattern in our family
that had already been set.
Had been going, but luckily,
but that's what you know.
My mother, who came out later and told me that, my adoptive mom, who came out later and told me the reason I couldn't help you do all this stuff with the police report after you told me what happened was it triggered my memory of being ARD when I was in college. So not only did my birth mother have abuse and whatnot, so did my adoptive mother.
Right.
So then you get all the way down to me eventually.
Right.
And luckily, like I said, by the time he tried to exert all that control over me, and I was telling my mom, I can't come to church anymore. And my mom's like, I see you once a week. You're coming to damn church. I will come get you to go to church.
Wow.
So I had a mom. She, I don't think was able to be aware exactly why she felt the need to like say it like that, but like with her own unresolved trauma. And then I come out and I'm vocal about, okay, this is what happened with him. Right. And of course, now I'm getting more memories back because I'm in a safe place, and my brain is like, you're ready. And I'm like, I'm not though.
Yeah.
So yeah, generational trauma, it definitely.
Most certainly is a thing. And something else I look back on too is like self-medicating, right, over the years of mental illness. In my family anyway, I have generation and generation and generation of alcoholics as far back as possibly can see. And then as you move forward, you know, you start realizing, oh, well, you have an imbalance, or you have this, or you have, you know, and we can medicate with other things, or we can try to manage through other ways, where I think a lot of that for generations was just self-medicating and just self-medicating.
100%.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah. So I think
no, you're right. You're right. I think that there's no one shoe fits all. There's not one story that's the same.
I can't highlight you other.
You know, it's we really do, each of us, we either know of or have experienced an event or many events or a lifetime of events. And it's never the same. Just because someone was ARD doesn't mean that experience is the same for every other woman or man that's been ARD, right? Mm-hmm. And that goes for childhood trauma and the experience that a child may have had. None of them are the same. What's the same is that it's a trauma.
Right.
Yeah.
It's no different than when you lose someone you love and you talk about grief. And it's different, right?
And carrying it with you. And
that's right.
Well, it's still, in my opinion, it's still grief. 100%. It's still pain. It's just a different kind of grief, but it's still grief. It's still pain. It's still inside you. You know what I mean?
But it's different for each person, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it is.
I grieve the innocence of what I had. I can. Once you know, and I talked about this earlier today, but once you as that Ming vase has been shattered and now you are glued back together, you're not the same as that original beautiful vase. You're still beautiful, but you're not the same, and you can't go back to feeling that innocent joyfulness because that doesn't exist anymore.
No.
For real. Yeah.
You know, and so whether it happens...
Adulting is hard. Let's just say adulting is hard.
It's truthfully, I think, the age of perception.
But can we just say the broken vase makes better by putting it back together with gold?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
We talked about that this morning. So that's the kintsugi, the Japanese version of putting a vase back together with gold. And that's how I refer to a lot of things with that, because we don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need to live as broken and shattered. We may be, but if we think about how do we put us back,
missing a few bits.
I'm sorry, hon.
So I'm missing a few bits.
Oh, and we're missing a few bits, but you know what? You're still beautiful, and we're still grateful you're here, and your soul emanates your beauty. You know, it doesn't. Yeah, some of us have been kicked and bruised and battered and, you know, and shattered. We're here. We are survivors. We are here. And the people that are watching us are here, male or female, or indeterminate at the moment. We are, that is what the light is. That's what I hope that we can bring for ourselves, is to raise our own vibrations with each other. That's why earlier when Misha was saying something about how she either felt bad or looked bad or sounded bad or whatever it was like, no. We want to, instead of saying, God, I'm not this anymore. We need to raise ourselves up. We are beautiful. Yeah. And our definition of beautiful is nobody else's definition. If
I like to think that I might be broken glass, but it's stained glass.
However it is that it lights you up.
Sounds pretty.
That makes you feel
I love that.
The sun can shine through stained glass, and if you ever see how it looks on the floor, I mean, obviously, if you're looking at the window, you'll see whatever picture is in the window. But when you see it just on the floor, it's just broken up rainbow light, basically.
It's just the whole purpose of me even bringing up that analogy is really, so many of us just feel broken, and how can I shine a light that, yes, we want to respect. We want to respect the brokenness.
Love you, Crystal. I'm here for you.
Sweet dreams, Crystal.
Just being here as we are, damn, we're amazing. And so if you want to shine through stained glass, shine through stained glass and crystal.
I love that.
Whatever makes you shine, whatever makes you feel valued, whatever makes you feel rich, and just acknowledge it, because if we can shine light, no matter what we've been through, we're walking through it. Think about the people we get to influence and support. Think about the men and women that listen to us that may not want to speak. It's not an easy topic to talk about.
No. And if there's
our wounds,
one person, right?
One person.
I mean, how many people?
Well, this is the way I've always thought about it. Was, remember at the junior high dance where the boys always stood on one side of the auditorium and the girls stood on the other side of the auditorium, and nobody spoke until the very first people finally got up to dance, and then all of a sudden everybody came.
The next one came, and the next one came, and
it takes that first step, that first voice. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Yeah. And I would say too, whatever happened to you is real, and your feelings about it are valid.
They're yours.
So many times I see in chats where people say like, oh, I was told that I was wrong, or a joke, or insert whatever phrase.
I don't understand.
And I just want people to know, like, if you're lurking and feeling like you resonate with chats that you're listening to, and you even just take the first step mentally within yourself to be like, I resonate with this.
Yeah.
That's okay. Like, take your time. It takes time for all of this life, you know, but
and it doesn't hurt to listen. It doesn't hurt to listen. And you don't have to speak.
And the first voice that matters is your voice, but you don't necessarily actually have to talk. If you just think it to yourself, you know, that's enough, you know. Anyways.
It's growing. It's growing right there. It just, you know, putting it in your mind and rolling it around a little bit. It's growing right there without saying a word. And hopefully one day, you know, hopefully they won't be as talkative as me, but
well, is that a start of being honest with ourselves? You know, we're the only people that really know what's going on.
Us.
You're right. You know, we can BS whoever we want to.
Right.
But we know the truth. And so is that us almost planting the seed sometimes and starting, you know, you say it, you hear it once to yourself, then you say it twice, and then you say it the third time, you're like, shit, maybe I need to listen to this.
But it takes, and I say this all the time, it takes a long time to hear it here before it gets to here.
Yes, sometimes.
You have to keep hearing it here before it finally gets to here. If that makes sense. Because you can hear those words.
Yeah.
And you can pound those words in those ears. But until they get into
where you're ready to start saying,
yes.
Yeah.
To mentally
stop buying your own BS, right?
Yes.
And I think the courage comes from being authentic. The courage.
You know, Tiff, I like you. I don't know. I've never spoke to you before. I like you.
I hope to do more.
I feel very comfortable with you.
Good.
I think it's important we do more of these with other people and not just talking on our own, because I think, look, each of us has a different perspective and everybody has a different experience. And yes, we want to, being authentic. You're right. So something that you said a moment ago, just, sometimes we try to make it better than it is. And
right.
We
try to put a bow on it.
Instead of putting a bow on it, say, you know what? Today I don't feel so great. And here's why I'm not feeling great. Because this experience of blah, blah, blah happened, and it reinforced, or it's reminding me, or I feel less than. And that's part of the reason that, in my channel, I hope to talk about, I'm going to acknowledge and hear that you feel less than, but damn it, you're not getting off that channel feeling that way.
Yeah.
Because you know, and this is personal. This is personal to me.
Everybody got bigger. Hi,
I
everybody.
know.
Yeah, I was going to say
Cosmic chopped off.
I think the thing that's amazing about YouTube is that we're all in different parts of the world.
Yeah.
Right.
And these situations and experiences feel so isolating. Like, you think you're the only one. And like you were saying, like the most healing thing I did in the year after I left my ex, after which I was technically stalked 3 times because he wouldn't leave me alone for 6 months, and then I got like 2 other stalkers. And in that time, I was just like, you know what? I got to get up to go to work, but I'm depressed. And I would just like roll up to my job at the time and be like, I'm really depressed. Could you by any means put me on like the one position where I don't really have to talk to people? And then if I have to transition to talking to them for like the last 4 hours of my shift, I will do my best, but I'm not going to be like, welcome to here. Here's your beverage.
Yeah.
And then just like being depressed.
The plastic face of the plastic smile and
because I plastic smiled my way into an unaliving attempt when I was 27. And then after I left my ex, I was like, I know 2 things. This happened to me, and it's gritty, and it sucks, and I'm not happy, and I don't want to fake being happy for other people. And as soon as I kind of did that and was like feeling my feelings, I realized like I have such a privilege that I'm female at birth, and I can just like cry in public. I mean, it's a little uncomfortable, but if I just burst into tears in public, it's treated a lot less awkwardly than if I were to be a man doing the exact same thing. And so I really feel for like the constraints put on men. And that's what I told my sister when my nephews were born. I said, the 2 biggest disservices: never tell your sons to shut down their feelings, because kids don't have the words adults have. They have emotions, and they have big ones. Let them stomp, let them cry, and then ask them what's wrong and help them articulate it. But don't tell them to shut it off, because then they won't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
And feelings only get bigger from age like 11 to 17. It sucks. It sucks being a kid. And it sucks being a kid.
Well, and then you got the hormones kicking in.
Oh man.
So then on top of all of that other,
all that other stuff. And I can't imagine like the level of insanity on top of you're also experiencing abuse of some kind. And now you're going through all these emotions for which you don't have words, and being told not to cry. Of course it's going to turn into anger and outbursts. Like that's how it happened to me in adulthood. I tried to shut down my emotions and only deal with things with logic. That didn't last long.
Well,
and then I was like, I see.
As light workers, as healers, as empaths, as intuits, as livers in this life, we live in this world, we live in this space and time with each other. We have to be more aware about not judging when we see someone in an emotional crisis. Oh, she's just having a day, or she's just nuts. You know, how many times think about
well, there's those songs.
It's the time of the month. She's just
oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
And just one of them days that a girl goes through. Just one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that we all have to be more aware on how we respond to someone that we're observing, whether it's a known person or a stranger. Because there's a lot of people in my community where I live that are homeless. And the first thing people say is, well, they're lazy and don't want to get a job. I know some of these people. They're not lazy people. Some even have 2 jobs. But, they're not in a position because there are mental challenges. They have domestic issues. They can't go home. Or there's a whole host of, there's a whole host of reasons.
And once you get in that hole so deep, it's so hard to dig back out. It's so hard to dig back out.
But my point being, we shouldn't be judging so quickly before we even know who it is. We make assessments of other people, right? And it's natural. We're like, oh my God, if they would just get a freaking job already, everything would be better. We have no idea until we walk in someone else's shoes, shoes. And so both from a male and a female perspective, our wounds are almost earth-shattering to us, right? They can destroy us. And sometimes just observing a couple in a store that are having an argument sets my soul on fire. And then the Sicilian comes out in me and I want to just go over and smack somebody because I'm like, how can you treat that person like that?
Yeah.
And my role is really just to send them love and light unless I'm seeing actual violence. And then I'm going to step in because I won't allow it. You may hurt me, but I'm not allowing it anymore. I'm not going to be a witness rather than I'm going to be a participant. If you're hitting a child or an adult, I don't care who you're hitting. A dog, quite frankly, I get more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm with you there.
Don't go after an animal. So my point is there's always this quickness to make a judgment on someone. Oh, they're quirky. Oh, she's just, you said that time of the month.
You look across the street, just a snapshot in your eye, and you have a whole story.
That's right. It may not be.
We're quick to judge. We're quick to judge.
I try to liken it to
down to their shoes, their where their hair is cut. I
try to
stupid thing on their heads.
Yeah. I try to remember from working customer service is the years that I was working face-to-face customer service, not over the phone, where people are this close to your face.
Yeah.
Leaning
on you.
Oh, that could be traumatic right there.
In those 3 years, my mom's sibling, one of her siblings had a stroke in a foreign country, and we had to try to get her evac'd back to the United States. My dad had a stroke. I got diagnosed with cancer, and my niece got diagnosed with a rare genetic condition.
Jeez.
And people would just come in and yell about their latte, and I'd be like, I'll just remake it for you. And one of my coworkers was like, well, why are you being so nice to him? I'm like, because I'm going through hell. And they don't know. It's not the latte, man. You think I flipped out at the poor Walgreens pharmacist over my toothpaste, toothpaste not being ready on time? It has nothing to do with the toothpaste.
Right.
There's a whole other background of crap, and the toothpaste is just the last thing. What do you mean it's not ready? The text said it was going to be ready. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, the pharmacists have to eat lunch. the pharmacists have to eat lunch, and they finally got their legal lunch hour. So yay CVS for finally giving your pharmacist their lunch hour that they legally should have had already. But that's what I tell people is you never know. Like I remade a woman came in like really apologetic that she was late, and I just remade like 5 things for her because it sat out, and you can't let fraps sit out. They get gross.
Yeah.
And so someone's like, and she was like, oh my God, thank you. Like I messed up which location I was supposed to go to. And like, I'm taking these to my family in the hospital because we're like spending time with my dad. And I was like, you never know what people are going through.
No.
Right.
And that's why I feel like it is so very important to make the effort in every possibility to meet people just simply where they are. I don't
100%.
think it's that difficult of a thing to do if you are mindful.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. And I think that's the lesson that each of us can learn every day. It's not something that, again, there's always stereotypes, right? And we make up stories like that about a person. But if you sat and had a conversation with them, you might understand something differently. There's a lady I encounter in the dog park, and she's got piercings all along each cheek, almost basically around her whole face. And there are a couple of people that were commenting about it behind her back. And I just said, that's her idea of beauty, and she feels beautiful. And if that makes her feel beautiful, you don't have to like it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it. Yeah. No one's saying that you have to go to your house.
And you don't have to look at it.
Yeah.
Turn your head.
You also just have to respect that it's someone's style. It's
the same as a haircut.
That's exactly right.
Their expression.
Yeah.
It's their expression
of who they are.
100%.
Or like instead of like making an assumption, like I noticed it a lot more when I started working on my full sleeve, because all of my tattoos I have actually right now they can be hidden. But I decided, okay, I'm going to jump into working on a full sleeve, and had her just do the outline of the whole outside of my arm like 4 years ago. And as soon as I had more than like a couple things on one part of my body, I noticed people, A, noticing me more.
Yep.
And B, making more assumptions. And, a lot of some people were brave to ask like, oh, does it have a meaning or whatever? And if it does for me, but if it didn't, it's like, it makes me happy, and I think that's the thing is she could be the sweetest person on the planet, but what assumption are you making just because she has piercings in her face?
Tons.
Yeah.
Tons. I mean,
well, I thought about at one time getting a rose on my chest, right?
Yeah.
And having the the stem and the everything like that. Well, I'm glad I didn't, because the stem would be so long now.
And you know what? And I know that my family.
I would be to my belly button.
It's hard to kill roses. They're always
growing. There's
She's like,
for like the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Teresa. You'll get used to me. That's
Long stem rose
was very funny.
Yeah.
Long stem. There you go. Just
turn
said,
it into
long stem roses cost more. Okay,
yeah, there you go.
Just keep that in mind.
I love it.
And look, we all do it. I mean, I've seen people with tattoos, and they're, they crawl up their chin and their face and their sides, and I make all sorts of assumptions. And I've learned over the years that it's someone's self-expression. So
it is.
They could look at me going, she has no tattoos. What the hell's wrong with her? She's no tattoos.
Yes.
Like, what's wrong with you?
But she's so boring. No, just kidding.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Wow, how vanilla is she? It's everybody gets to tell their own story, and the only thing that I would encourage, as all of us move forward, is to wait to hear the story. And ask. So Indigo, people will come to you and say, "Oh, listen, what's your story? Tell me about your tattoo. Is there a story around it?" Nope, I just like the tattoos.
Yeah.
I had a hairdresser.
I like the colors and the.
There are stories, but that's a whole video. I could do a whole content.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
I'm kidding.
I can tell you about my rose if we can share stories.
I know what you're saying too, and I think that's the thing, right? Is when we share our stories, because I've reached a point in my healing where I honestly think I'm getting more out of sharing my story on random live chats than I am talking to my therapist about it. But I've been in therapy with this therapist for like almost 2 years. So it's like, how many times can I rehash the same cycle with her?
I've been in therapy for 2 years, darling. I've been in it for 40. Trust me, I rehash
what
this
I
fucking
mean is,
story over and over and
but
over.
What I mean is, like, in terms of like,
and poor therapists,
like
they need therapists. You know?
Yeah, but I feel like I'm healing different things, finding people who relate. Where it's like it's almost like group therapy without the therapist.
So I only would caution that.
Well, I mean, to an extent.
Without the pressure of everybody sitting in a semicircle and staring at each other and
because there is a difference, and that's one of the things that I will reiterate 1,000 times on my channel is I'm not a therapist. I have wounds and I have wisdom, but that does not mean that I have the professional know-how.
Oh yeah, no.
To elicit not the right responses, but the responses that will guide me to my healing or you to your healing. I'm sharing what I've learned along the way. You take what you need and what is interesting to you, and you flush whatever else. But I'm never going to say
disclaimer.
That's right. This is how you're going to get through whatever situation.
No. I will say disclaimer. Indigo has an entire medical team of like doctors and therapists and psychiatrists in the background. So I just want to tell people too, like, when people share what works for them, and maybe the same type of therapy or the same tips and tricks don't work for the same individual over a 40-year time span. I'm only 34. I have a decade to go before I'm where you're at, but I feel like
where you're at, honey, I'm in my 60s. You got several decades to catch up to
what I mean,
right.
What I mean is, though,
like, a baby. She's a baby.
Sometimes I feel like, though, hearing other people's wisdom makes me think of my situation from a new perspective. Because
100%.
when you're so introspective of yourself for so long, I feel like sometimes you get into these states of being blocked. And then somebody else goes, "Oh, I'm going to ask this question," and then I'm like, "I never thought about that."
Yeah.
Right.
And
or thought of it that way.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I like what others said. He's like, therapists are really expensive professional friends. Yes, they are. And I've been doing it a long time.
Yes.
But I also feel like, and this is for anyone that's stalemating. I've also had people, therapists, professionals, that I got to a point I couldn't go any further.
Yeah.
And so it's also important that you have the right people that are going to help promote you in the way that you need. Some therapists, some talk therapy, all you do is talk.
And some they just don't fit.
They don't fit.
Let's just be honest. They don't fit.
They do not.
They don't fit you. You don't fit them. And it's okay.
It's
it's like
and you can't let that discourage you.
Right, 100%. No, that's what I was going to say is don't be afraid to you're not hurting someone's feelings.
Speak up. You're the biggest advocate. You're the only one that knows. Right.
Well, and that's hard to be an advocate for yourself. You don't want, a lot of times you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I've had to learn in order not to allow to stay in a situation, again, staying with a therapist therapist is no different than staying in a bad relationship. If you need to be able to, thank you so much for our time together. I'm going to move on, but thank you for what you've given me. And then go to another therapist.
My primary doctor said, when I walked in her office, she's like, "What am I doing for you?"
Yep. That's
I never had a doctor say that to me before, but it's right. You are paying them to give you a support or a service, and sometimes you outgrow them. Like maybe
100%.
what you need is a different type of therapy, or maybe like the thing that they're specialized in. After you hit a certain point with it, you're like, I want to talk about something else, and they're not well versed in it. Like I left a therapist because they weren't LGBT educated at all, and I was like, well, that doesn't help me in my current situation, so let's find one that is.
And one
I've had therapists that go, okay, I think we've gone as far as we can.
Yeah.
I'm going to recommend you to somebody that specializes in blah, 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 blah.
That's right.
And
that's
right. So I give them a try, you know.
Yes,
What's
and
that?
if you have insurances too, a lot of the websites will let you filter through your insurance website. Like I'm looking for a relationship therapist. I'm looking for a blank like fill in the blank.
Right.
And you can say like, I want these things, and it'll give you a list of people. I mean, now you still have to call them and see if they're taking new clients, but there's tools out there, and things are changing, like teletherapy. There's places that will let you text them if you don't want to talk on the phone or be on video. Like things are going in a good direction to give people of all preferences a way to get help. So
I've noticed ever since the Big C, you know, a couple of years ago came out, that therapists are really getting booked.
Therapists are terrible.
That really, whatever people had been hiding or suppressing for so long, all of a sudden exploded.
Because of
think about
lockdown.
what COVID did, right?
Because of the lockdowns and the seclusion and you know what I mean?
They've already talked about what COVID did. COVID increased domestic violence, child abuse, SAs, because you were trapped and there was no communication, and there just aren't enough therapists. And one of the things that Other just mentioned in one of his comments was that sometimes therapists make you uncomfortable, and that's part of your growth. But you have to determine when it's just too much, because sometimes people are pushing you and you are not ready.
Yeah, I left therapists because of that. They were like, here, a bomb drop. And I was like, see you next week. And by next week, I meant never, and got a new therapist.
So, I mean, I think
I went to a therapist one time, and I mean, an adult therapist for an adult people. And she says, here's a coffee table with crayons. And I went, why do I want crayons? I didn't understand that. Some people it works for.
Yep.
For me, I'm hurting inside.
Yep.
Okay, black. That's all I want to show you is black. I don't care about the blues, the greens, the purple. Here. This, you know, I'm done.
So there are reasons, right? There are different therapists and there are different reasons. Some want you to physically do something because it indicates to them cognitively where you are. So after my health event in 2019, because I was dead for 14 minutes,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, my thought process, it took almost 2 years for me to stop stuttering, to be able to think more clearly. So I actually got sent to a therapist in order to get on disability, and I had to do these cognitive tests, and I was in tears because they read a sentence like, you know, Jack ran up the hill to see Jill, and I was like, okay, now repeat the sentence. So there are reasons why people do certain things. If I had to do that kind of therapy on a regular basis, I would commit Harry Carey.
Oh no!
You know, because
but again, doesn't your mind still say, "I know how to do this," but it doesn't come out?
Yes.
100%.
And so, and it's not that you're angry at them for asking you; it's angry at yourself that you're like, "I know how to do this.
Yeah.
I know how to do this. Why can't I do this?"
Yes.
Well, the benefit of me not being able to do it is I was able to get disability.
Well, that's the thing. But
You know?
like, I have MS. I have multiple sclerosis.
Yep.
And so those are tests that I do on the regular, and it's really they can be very frustrating because even some of like there's the PEG testing, right? Where you just, and it's like certain things like that you think, oh, it's going to be a piece of cake, no problem, and then you go to do it and you're like, what's happening here?
I'm
you know, and the brain things, you know, repeat
The
to
whole
me.
brain thing. It's
so bad with repeating. Like my psychiatrist did a little bit of that, like, and at a certain point he was like, don't try to perfect this. Like, that's not the point of this exercise. And I was like,
It's to see what you can do. Really, I mean, it's really to see just
and those are the things that I think can be disheartening because you know better and you know you can do something, yet your body or your mind can't at that moment in time.
And I feel like when we were saying advocating for yourself, I have found to be so exhausting because for 6 years and nobody listened to me.
Yeah.
And then it's been like interesting going in and being like, I would like to get tested for this because it's a family genetic issue.
That's smart.
And then being like, I don't know, that seems like a big jump. I'm like, can you just put me in the MRI? Just put me in there. Scan my brain.
Well, it's most certainly a process, you know, like I haven't, you know, you guys don't know my story, but like I didn't walk for 7 months. And everybody was just like kind of, okay, bye. Like I wasn't getting a diagnosis at that time. You know, I was kind of in where you were, Indigo, like, hello, somebody listen to me, talk to me. But I was in a wheelchair and they just kept pushing me out. Like me being in a wheelchair was the normal.
Right.
Was your new normal.
Was just normal. And we didn't have an answer at that time why. I was in the wheelchair.
See, MS it runs in my family from my grandmother. My birth father's mother had MS.
Yeah, okay. It's more common I mean, it can be genetically there. It's more common the maternal path. But obviously anybody can get it. But yeah, the testing and even you know how they just treat this is normal. Okay, goodbye. We'll see you in 3 months. And I'm like, what? Wait,
you're like,
though.
no, I would like to walk, please.
Yeah, you know.
But what do I do in the 3 months?
Yeah, and you know, I had a 13-year-old daughter. She was just turning 13. I was a single mom. I'm like, what the hell is this? You know.
Yeah.
And then I had one doctor I spoke to. He said, if even if I thought you had MS, I wouldn't tell you for 5 years. And luckily I got diagnosed by then, but in that 5-year period, I had more exacerbations. So, you know, you do have to advocate for yourself, but you also, it's difficult when you don't know what you're trying to advocate for.
Yes.
Right.
And like, you know, I know you want to get these tests, Indigo, and I did too.
Or
you
even
know,
just
I'm
to
like,
rule it out or just to stop being told I'm some weird mystery. I'm like, I didn't walk out of like a mystery movie, guys. Like, I have a medical log you can look at.
Right. And I think sometimes it's not a bad idea just to have a picture of things. Right. Like, wouldn't it be nice to just like, okay, let's take a picture of it now. And then maybe if things progress, we can look again. Right.
Oh yeah, I take videos, pictures.
But insurance dictates how all that goes, and you have to go
do, yeah.
through
Oh, look.
15 steps first.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rule out what it's not before they rule out what it could be, and I'm like, okay, it's I think it's pretty good chance it's either MS or fibro, but
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, so they're gonna take more of my blood, more.
Well,
of
I
my...
have fibro too. You can have both, and I also have lupus.
Girl,
So I mean, you
Good
can have a
heavens,
multitude.
honey.
you are a freaking warrior. Jeez.
And I
Yes.
have,
Seriously.
I call it the crumbling tower of Tiffany, which is my
Oh
spine.
Lord Jesus. So I see that Ned's coming back on, or actually Misha. So I don't know if
Mandy
somebody
too.
else is supposed to come on now. Is somebody else supposed to come on?
That's what I was coming to say is we have somebody, it's going to be our lovely T from Perth.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my
Um,
god, I love
What?
She's
Who,
running
what?
just a T from Perth,
Oh, okay.
and
Oh,
she's
I
running a
just
little bit
love,
late.
I just love listening to her.
I know, I love her
Just
too.
talk,
Yeah.
baby. Just talk
She's
for
such a
me.
sweetheart.
Right? She's gonna be coming on. She's running tad late. She's acting a little bit like Ned.
Okay.
But it's up to you guys if you want to stay, and I'm sure she will be fine with if you guys want to stay even then.
I think I'm going to go,
Okay.
but I think Other is quite interested in this conversation.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
if
good.
you notice the chat, he is very involved.
Body,
He's
are
very
we-
interested in this.
Are we connected on Facebook, Body Illusion?
You're both in the chat.
Okay, I was gonna say if he also has a Facebook, if you want to connect him to me, if he's comfortable with that, I would.
Okay, yeah, I'll ask him. I'll ask him.
I'll be
Yeah,
right back. I gotta
no
let the dogs
problem.
out.
No
Okay.
problem.
And nobody has
Because
to
I
stay.
know
I want to
he's.
say that. Nobody has to stay, but thank you for being here. And if you want to stay, you're welcome, at least until we get T on and she runs you out, which she's not going to, I don't think.
No. What I'm going to do
my
is
God,
I'm going to put this on my big old monitor in my living
put it on
room,
bridge.
and I'm just going to turn on her voice and just listen to her.
Love
You hear that we're talking about
There she is.
Oh my gosh, how are you going,
What's
T?
a little cutie pie?
I'm good.
Hey.
What a little cutie
Hi,
pie.
beautiful. You can't do that. You don't know how.
Hello.
Come on, don't lie to me.
Hello.
So hang on a minute, right?
So I have a
Hang on,
question
just
for all.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, Misha.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Bed.
Am I
Let me tell you.
to my studio and then go live from there, I think.
Yeah.
Let me
however
tell you
wanna do
something,
it.
T.
That was just an invite if you wanted to come early or not.
I have a little story, and then I'm going to leave.
Well,
Okay.
hold on before you say
I-
your little story.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've got to lie down for a little bit, and I know that I'm scheduled
Please do.
for 2 hours from now.
Please do.
Do you know,
At
I
least
have to
stop
leave
your
and
brain
go back
for a
to
minute.
my studio.
No, I'm
Well,
not leaving you, T, forever. I'm not. I promise. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is we've got you
Yes.
for an hour, and then we've got Tiff for an hour, and then I've got an hour.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out
Well,
what we
how
can
about
do.
that? I'll say because I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and my
do.
Twitches are coming. So,
I mean, we're gonna do
Okay,
the
yeah.
ball drop, right? Are we gonna do the ball drop, guys? At, like,
I wanted
midnight?
to, but oh my goodness.
Well, no, you don't have to. But like, we can just watch it or bring in the midnight New Year on the East Coast.
I think I just have to go out and back in again. 1 second. I'm sorry. Hang on. I'll be back.
And so then I'll stay.
see you. I knew you'd talk.
I'll stay, and we can play games and stuff.
Ned, first of all, Ned, go rest your head.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I
You
just
know,
worry I
even
don't
if
want to not
even if
wake
it's
up.
just resting your brain, resting your head, laying
Well, if
down.
I close my eyes for more than a second, I'm guaranteeing I'm going to sleep, and I just don't want to stay asleep. And so I'm trying to make sure that I have
Set an
everybody
alarm.
covered. No alarms. They don't wake me.
Oh no.
The only thing that wakes me is Bradley, and I don't know, if he's going to be, because with his hearing
Right.
now, he only hears if he's on one side.
Right.
And so I'm just trying to think. I have And so unprofessional are we. I can't help it. We got T for an hour, and then we've got Tiff for an hour, and then we've got Mish for an hour.
I'll take your other hour. I mean, it's okay. What?
Well, because I've got.
What am I doing? I keep taking potty breaks and stuff. So.
Well, I know, but Tiff, you have 2 to 3 and 3 to 4.
Yeah, I know.
That's hard.
I'm just letting you know that's what.
Okay.
We'll figure it
out. Ned, if you need me, contact me.
No, I'm not. No,
we
man.
can. You
She's
know,
like, no,
I'll grab an hour or two of your shift so you can lay down and.
Young lady, you have been going just as long as me.
No, don't worry about me, honey.
I can stand.
You know me. I'm a napper. I nap.
I figure Indigo can be a.
I nap all the time. But
so wait though, because I think that Indigo, you said you could.
What time?
It's midnight to 1 and 1 to 2.
That's Misha.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably do midnight to 1.
Okay.
What
because I'm thinking seriously.
3.
We were only going to do like from 3 p.m. to 3 p.m. And
3.
so I think if we did till 4 o'clock anyways, I think that we would be okay. And then Brian can come on, Ben can come on, and everybody can come on as they're scheduled, but we don't have to worry about the empty spots anymore because I think that we have done an amazingly incredible job since Thanksgiving. And I am so very
I think the village is a beautiful place. I just really do. I really do.
But I also don't want
anybody who's lurking in there, please subscribe to the village. I have not seen anybody put up, I'm going to be ugly. I haven't seen anybody put up a channel or nothing over there. Please put up channels, please. You know,
well, I don't think anybody's over there.
I am so obsessed about that.
I don't think anybody's
please
over on the
subscribe to the village because all of it is there. All of it is.
On my channel, I told people to come over to the village.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm over here.
Oh,
come
good,
check
Tiff.
us out over here.
See?
Awesome. Yeah, I haven't even been modding it because I haven't been there. Usually it's been like everybody's going over to other channels. And you know, the biggest goal is not to get memberships over there or to get subs over there. The biggest goal is just to get everybody connected right now.
That's
and
what
then we'll
I
figure
like.
everything else out later. Yeah, we'll figure everything else out as it comes. But I want to make sure that everybody knows that we have worked really hard, and that's every single person behind the scenes. People have been working, and I am very grateful and very proud of every single one of us. And I think that if something happens and we don't have an hour that's covered, I don't think we need to kill ourselves over this, because I think that we have made such an effort and that we have gotten enough people to realize that we are here and we are serious and we want to be there. That if we are putting ourselves in a situation where we're not being very healthy, then we're not doing a good example for ourselves or anybody else.
Yeah, we're not setting it.
That's
for
true
others.
too.
So I am very, very, very grateful. I'm very thankful. I love you guys.
Were we going?
If we can get somebody
T going to her channel, or
I think T is actually. Let me look and see.
There she goes again.
Who, me leaving?
Not saying anything, Ned, but here you go again.
What I doing? Going back at it?
Yes.
I'm in.
Well,
I'm gonna rest, but let me check on this.
She popped over to her channel.
Yeah.
So
did she?
And let me see.
Yeah.
Live there.
Okay.
And
Is she connected to the village, or is she just?
She's asking if she's connected. So let's give her a sec. In the meantime, I'm going to jump off. So I'll try to
me
watch,
as well.
God bless you all and Happy New Year, and I'll see you
Teresa,
all tomorrow.
thank you, babe.
I'll see you next year. It was wonderful meeting you, Teresa.
Bye,
Tiff,
guys.
I love meeting you, and I hope to talk to you again. I really do.
Absolutely.
Yes, I enjoyed it completely. Thank you for everything.
He's too. Thank
Ned,
You guys are awesome.
rest, honey. I love you. Rest.
Yes. Oh, we lost Indigos.
We have T is live in the village and on her channel. And I'm going to put the link in. Right there. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to where we're at. Man, everybody just went out fast. What happened?
I don't know.
Everybody just left.
I know.
Boy, can I run a room.
I know. What'd you say? What'd you say? Let's see. Now, everybody's over on T's channel, which is okay.
Thing kills me.
It's dual stream.
I think we are set.
Is she on the village?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
And there we go. I've got the link in the village and in, pardon me, in Awakened. And so that way everybody knows where to go. And then, Tiff, do I have you set up?
Yep, I'm good to go.
Awesome. Oh, and there we got. Hello, darling.
What is going on?
I don't know.
I can't connect it. I can't use my scheduled thing again, so I have to write a description. I write a massive big long description.
It won't let you use your description?
No.
To come over here?
No, I have to do another one. It's not connecting properly. Like I've got everyone in my chat talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in my studio.
Yes.
But I'm in this studio as well. Sorry, I'm talking for people on my channel. I'm talking on the other studio. Sorry. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay, let's see. Let's kick you out of here.
Well, we can just go to. Let's just go to your channel. I'll watch you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then
but
if we have to,
but it says I'm connected to the village, but then I go to the village and I'm not on it.
Did you refresh?
I didn't see you for a little while either, but now I can see you.
I do not understand.
Hold on, let me look because
I haven't hit stream to the audience yet because it wants me to put in a new description. So I don't know if that's going to cut off my other stream.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. You've got people over there.
I don't think it'll cut it off. It'll just because that's what I had to do. So I just copied and pasted what I had on my channel.
Okay, I don't know how to get that up.
I can do that.
Sorry, guys. I don't know how to get that up when. Oh, there we go. I can copy and paste it.
I was gonna say I can do that for you, and that way you don't have to mess with it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not the description I put up on my phone. That is crap. Okay, never mind.
Do what now?
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna. Okay, I'll put stream to the audience. I'll put the thingy in. I've copied and pasted. Paste.
You're live.
Let's see.
Apparently.
I'm
in with you. Right. Okay. Okay. Happy New Year.
Yeah, you're live on the village, though, baby.
I'm live on the village. Okay.
But
let's see what it's doing in my other studio.
Yours on your thing is.
Yeah, I know. That's so weird. Sorry, guys. Hang on.
Apologies.
Apostate Alex.
Wow, Apostate Alex.
It's still me by myself on my channel. What is going on? Alex, you just got here and I'm having a problem with my things. Hang on.
How about we hop off and see if everything's okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't want to ruin your continuous thing, you know?
No, it won't because you're running separate. So that's why I don't understand why it's like that. But yeah, we're running separate.
So weird. It says it's running to the village.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop out. And the only thing is when you're finished, just X out of it and I'll check the stream here in a little bit.
And then I'll hop in it, right?
And then you can hop in it. Yep.
Okay.
All welcome. All welcome. Sorry, guys. I know it looks like I'm talking to myself, but I'm not. I'm on another channel at the same time and I'm talking to two other people. So yes.
No, she's not. She's not.
Right. It's all a pigmentation of your imagination.
Oh, I'm clicking out of this because it's driving me nuts.
All right.
All right. Okay. All right. Bye.
Goodbye, ladies. Rest, Ned.
Not you guys. Not you guys. I'm staying with you guys.
All right. Bye, honey.
Bye, babe. And like I said, if we end up to all right, guys. I love y'all. We may have continual stream, we may not, but I think that we've done a really great job, and I'm proud of everybody. But this old broad's tired. So hopefully we've got somebody that's going to bring in the new year. But no restrictions, right? If we're tired, we're not going to have the plastic any longer. How about that? Pretty nice, huh? I love y'all.